It's Goons, Games, and Gear. We're back. We're better than ever. It's the four-way. I gotta think of a better name for us, but it was first Goons Gone Wild, but the four-way. We got the hosts, Derek and Derek, Double D in the Morning, also known as, that's our second podcast whenever that happens. We got Dead Dondis, also known as the Silver Fox Tall Man, also known as Guy Who Yells at Me. Also known as Rob, and we love him.
It's a full-time job.
Yeah, it's true. And then there's Sean. That's all I got. I don't. What's your nickname? Who's beardless? Shame. Shame.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I do go, like, when we're playing games together, I show up as Edgy Two Swords on Discord, and that's going to be my new channel when that pops up. So yeah, George, Edgy Two Swords, whichever you want.
Okay, yeah. Remember, we are live 7:30. Well, 7:30 on Mondays. on Mondays 7:30. On Fridays usually 8:30. But unfortunately, Meatball Sub got in the way. So
Hey,
Meatball
it was a pretty good
subs
Meatball
are
Sub, all
boring,
things
man.
considered.
I'm not blaming you. You're choosing to eat. I get it. I'm just saying that Meatball Sub literally stopped the experience. That's fine. I didn't say who ate it. Sean. He's in Sean.
No, I'm stepping up for this one. That was a good Meatball Sub. I enjoyed myself.
I should clarify.
Life for that Meatball.
It's George. I feel bad. It's not. Sean.
I did say George. I did say my own name.
I thought you guys would go along with that. I just kept calling him Sean, but it's fine.
I mean, I waved at Sean.
That's right.
Acknowledged.
All right. So we're talking Nintendo stuff this episode because last episode we briefly mentioned it and we should make an episode on it. And we're gonna talk about basically every console made, what's great about them, what's not great, what's stinky. Just some general thoughts. Is it overrated? And so don't remember, like, comment, subscribe, rate us 5-star wherever you listen to us, get us to 1 million followers on Spotify so we can get paid to have a podcast there, which would be pretty neat. We might be opening an OnlyFans. All four of us. Hello, four-way.
Yeah, Feet Finder. Who knows?
Yeah, keep an eye out for that fireman calendar.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, we're doing that.
Right.
I know we're like 3 months into the year, but it'll be worth it.
And then we'll have one picture where all four of us are dressed as a Pikmin. It just completely
completely random.
Completely random. All right.
Wait.
Are we doing
should we all dress as Should we all dress as Pikmin, or should we let Rob, with his newfound findings, dress up as Olimar?
You're right.
What does that even mean?
I'll be the other guy in the pictures.
Check Telegram again. Scroll up a little bit, and you'll find it.
Yeah, you don't remember my leaks.
I think I can check that at a later date. We've got a bit more of a press.
I'll show you later on a personal level.
Yeah. Guys, pay for the premium tier of Goons Games Gear to get access to R-rated holograms,
personal chat.
A Telegram group chat.
That's right. Shit! You do not want our personal chat. Are you kidding?
We'd get canceled, but that's not the point. All right. Let's see here. I guess we'll start this off with what's your favorite Nintendo console? Home console, not portably. That's its own topic.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea how slightly that narrows it down?
I'm gonna go out here and say that the Wii Mini is no.
Dude, I forgot that existed, but that should honestly just be that shouldn't have existed.
I have that system.
That's why. Why would you buy that?
Because nobody bought it, so it's going to be worth millions.
Oh, is it in the box?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant you actually used it. I'm just didn't.
Oh God, no! Are you kidding me? What am I, a psychopath?
Right, it didn't have internet connectivity.
Right, it didn't have game support either.
I want to say Super Nintendo was my favorite. A lot of good titles on there.
I agree. Super Nintendo. I mean, the GameCube has a really strong title list, but I think just in terms of overall enjoyment, I think I enjoyed the Super Nintendo more.
I'm gonna have to go with the Virtual Boy. I had some really good memories. Going blind being one of them.
Meat, was the best game on that.
Beating meat. What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, you beat up some meat.
I don't think that.
Man, we really were ahead of our time with the Virtual Boy, huh?
Nintendo had it down, all right? They were ahead of its time.
That was its first major failure.
Right.
Besides
mine's obviously the GameCube. That's my favorite.
Could you imagine if the GameCube actually had internet capabilities?
I think it did actually. Didn't it have like a peripheral for it?
I think it was very limited. Yeah,
it was awful. It was so bad. It was one of the
almost like it was a precursor for what Nintendo does nowadays.
Well, I mean, that's like the PS2, right? Like the PS2 had online capabilities too, but it was fucking garbage.
Yeah, the only thing that worked on it was Final Fantasy 11, and that barely worked on it.
Yeah, no, like the time and the era just wasn't made for it.
Right. We weren't ready for the internet.
I never knew that.
PlayStation 2s have like an Ethernet port in the back now that I think about it? I don't feel like
it's an adapter.
There is a peripheral.
I have one somewhere, but
I'm trying to find. I don't remember the GameCube having an Ethernet port at all.
No, it was an adapter for the. You know how the where's the GameCube? I don't know where my GameCube is. On the bottom, you know how it had all the doors and there was ports underneath?
Yeah.
It was like something you put underneath where the Game Boy player would go.
But so you had to choose it was the Game Boy player and the internet?
Yeah, you like swapped it out. But the only game it really was like made for was Phantasy Star Online 2.
Right. Okay.
Right. It was a very limited selection of games. So
right.
I'm surprised that Phantasy Star Online 2 is still alive. I still see stuff for it.
Oh yeah, it never dies. I think there's always like someone on it.
No, yeah, I mean Phantasy Star Online, I feel like had a pretty big resurgence, and like they keep coming out with new versions of it, but it's not as good. So people go back to the like original-ish, I guess, on PC. I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking out of my ass. I do that a lot.
Hot.
I wouldn't know to tell you.
I also didn't know there was a Wii Family Edition. Did anyone know that?
I did not. I don't see a point though when the Wii is a family.
What does that mean?
It said that it was a revision of the Wii that could only sit horizontally and remove the GameCube support.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes, yeah. That's the one where the Wii Motion Plus was like mandatory for it.
Oh right.
You ever think that was a sound business decision? What the actual French toast?
Well, it's because
George already said fuck. All things out.
All right. Let me revise that. What the actual
George's new nickname is Cum Dumpster, by the way. We were just getting that out there too.
Yes, just a regular gaggle of seamen sailors here.
Okay,
you heard it here first.
My phone number is.
This is an R-rated episode. Everybody, be ready for that.
I never heard of that one. I never heard of it. I just happened to see it in the list here. And apparently it came with the new Super Mario Bros. And the original Super Mario Galaxy soundtrack, but not the game.
Correct. And that's the one that also had fuck.
Nice.
I'm gonna ruin it every time. But yes, the Wii Motion Plus was like mandatory for that one. And for anybody that doesn't remember, the Wii Motion Plus, instead of just the Wii Motion controller operating on an X and a Y axis, it added a Z axis to give you guys a little bit more like maneuverability, you know?
One whole axis, if I remember correctly, they charge like 40 or 50 bucks for one of those things.
Yeah. Whoop-de-doo. I'm so happy about it just pisses me off with the family edition. I don't see the point. Yeah, that was a really whack decision, like Rob said. But I know you guys said your favorite consoles, George. I don't remember yours, but mine happens to be. I mean, I honestly, almost unironically, want to say the Wii U, but it might just go to the Switch. Unfortunately.
I mean, the Switch is basically there. It needs like a couple more remasters, and like honestly, it's got everything. Like they're bringing Bait and Kados from the GameCube. Nobody asked for that game, but I did. I wanted to play that game again. And guess what? The GameCube versions are like $300 each now, so I was never gonna play it on the GameCube.
The only thing I remember about that game was reading like about it in Nintendo Power, and they gave you like a recipe for like rice in there or something like that. And that was like the only thing I remember out of that game.
Yeah, you need like materials because it has a card battling system. And you use like the materials to make new cards and stuff like that. But I was like always interested in it as a kid. I just never got it. So
it's like because the Switch keeps adding that I like how it's adding retro games, even though the emulation is piss poor compared to the Wii U and the Wii.
It can barely run the original Mario. Are you kidding me? It has an issue with NES games.
I know, and it hurts me. I don't get like But apparently and we haven't tried it yet because no one wants to join our family plan. But
where's my link?
Apparently the what's it called? The Game Boy and Game Boy Advance like emulation is perfect. Apparently, that's what I'm reading. That like they finally, I don't know if they fixed it. I don't know what the issue was, but now for the Switch Online, you can play the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games, and it's really smooth. It doesn't lock up like every other game does on the SNES and NES on the Switch. So that's appreciated. I don't know. I mean, but it's like the GameCube had classics, but the Wii U had remasters of Twilight Princess and Wind Waker, and it had an amazing bundaroo of the Wind Waker,
Waker system.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess I'm gonna go with the Switch. I probably put more hours on the Switch than I put in any other Nintendo console. I'm just honestly happy no one said N64 because I think that console is unrealistically overrated.
That console would run by Rare.
That one. I feel like the N64 is overrated.
It is.
Oh, absolutely.
It had good games. Don't get me wrong. I would be remiss if I weren't to admit
even
that,
Nintendo. But... it was Rare that like literally made the N64 what it was.
Like Rare and third party stuff normally. Like I don't remember a lot of like legit Nintendo titles on there.
All right, like Ocarina and Majora's and Smash. That was it.
Super Mario.
They did give us F-Zero X.
Oh, Mario.
I'm okay with that.
Mario 64.
Right.
Like legit, like Mario Kart 64.
True.
Okay. Mario parties. You're right.
Okay.
Yoshi's Story.
Okay.
Donkey Kong 64, but I mean, we can.
No, that was rare. That was rare.
That's rare.
Oh, that was
64
rare.
was rare.
Mario Party, Mario Golf, Pokemon Snap. But I mean, let's be honest. I love Pokemon Snap, but it was. Can Snap really be constituted as a game? Like the original Pokemon Snap?
It was good for the time,
as much as Hey You Pikachu could be considered one as well.
Okay, Hey You Pikachu is another GameCube. I'm pointing over at my main monitor and not the one that I'm looking at.
No,
so,
they had one on the N64. I'm like confident they did.
Yes, it was on the N64. Hey You Pikachu was on the N64.
Yeah.
I don't know why you say GameCube. I think I'm just like making stuff up in my head again, gaslighting myself.
The amount of vulgar things I said to Pikachu as a kid, I'm God was watching me those days, and I don't think I could ever recover.
Rob, I do have a question for you about an N64 game because I'm sure you played it. I did not.
Star Fox.
Was Kirby 64 the Crystal Shards?
Oh, Crystal Shards?
Playing?
Oh God, yeah.
Crystal Shards, absolutely.
So that's another one that you can chalk up on the list for the original Smash Bros.
True.
Well, not Melee, but like Smash Bros.
No, we all know Melee was GameCube, and that the people associated with it never shower. But we're not talking about that right now, I suppose.
You know what I will say though?
Remember when, if anybody ever got to like the end point of that game, and they had all the characters, and they would sit there with like Captain Falcon and Ness, and they'd be like, "Who the hell are these guys?"
Pokemon Stadium 2 also N64.
Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask.
Yes. So it did have some
the best 3D game. Don't at me.
It had some strong first-party titles, but the rest of it was all third-party.
Right. No, the N64 survived on third party.
Well, no, because Pilot Wings was also a Nintendo title, and they brought Pilot Wings 64 forward.
Paper Mario.
True. There is that. Oh, Paper Mario's so good.
Yeah, but like there's Diddy Kong Racing, Conker's Bad Fur Day.
That was also rare.
That was rare.
Conker's Bad Fur Day was also rare.
What I'm saying is that like these games are carrying why third parties carry the
absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's like main attractions to that.
WWF No Mercy. Remember the Ultimate Wrestling?
Okay, so I'm just gonna lay something down here. Around the time that game, like any of those WWE, WWF games came out, right? I was up in Michigan. We were visiting a family up here when I still lived in New Jersey, where I used to live, and they had like this Stone Cold Steve Austin chewing gum that they had offered, and I swear to you, it was the most sour gum I've ever had, and I kick myself every day that I cannot have it anymore. It was so good.
What did I gain from that story?
You didn't gain anything, but I just made myself hungry and sad. So.
Oh, you just had a. Okay.
Listen, man. If it fits, I eat.
Fair. That's a good way to live, I guess. But I don't know. There's so many third-party games for the N64 that there is an amazing some first-party games, but the N64 lives and dies by its third party, and for whatever reason, why they didn't buy Rare at that time will be the mystery of a lifetime. Like if we get one wish, like remember that South Park episode where like God manifests and they're like you get one wish, or you get to ask one question, and Stan's like, why didn't what happened? I got my period. Yeah, he's like, you're a boy. Like what? That's how my question was like, why didn't Nintendo buy Rare? And I'd love to know the answer. He'd probably like, I don't know, my child. Also, listen to Goons Games and Gear, the best podcast ever. Goodbye. Goodbye. All right. Well, I'm glad we all agree that N64 is absolutely overrated. Also, that controller was abysmal at best.
Yeah. I feel like the console would have done much better if the controller wasn't such trash.
Let's be honest here. We're never going to get as high as we did with the Resident Evil 4 chainsaw controller. We're never going to get that good ever again.
Chainsaw controller?
Yeah,
they had a controller for that game that was literally like one of the chainsaws the dudes with the sacks on their head had.
Huh.
Like I don't understand how you were supposed to play with it, but
hey,
I have a controller that is also a plastic chainsaw.
Can someone link me that? I never heard of it. I've never heard of that controller. But I'm not sure if you guys. Well, I know me and Derek talked about it, but if you guys didn't know, I think it was Mario Party 1, but Nintendo had I think it was a class action lawsuit because the thumbsticks was like burning holes into children's hands from rotating it, and so
how hard were these little troglodytes holding it?
Well, because there's first of all they're killed. Why would you call it troglodytes? But because some of the mini games required you to roll the analog stick over and over for right. So Nintendo decided, okay, you know what? We're gonna mail everyone who bought this game gloves. Like that was their literal answer.
You're telling me they gave people drip for that?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Could you imagine you get farmers gloves in the mail from Nintendo? Like, hey fans.
The more I grow up, the more I realize that wow. Maybe I should have had an N64 growing up. Maybe I should have done that.
Oh, you didn't have one?
Having a PlayStation. No. The oldest Nintendo console we had, or the newest one we had in our household, was and it was just a regular old NES. We didn't buy a Super Nintendo. We didn't buy an N64. We didn't have anything really Nintendo other than the portable stuff until the GameCube came into the household.
I don't know if this is out of pocket, but I think that the N64 was better than the PS1 in terms of games.
Nope, that's a factual falsehood.
Well, I mean, nope. How would you argue that PS1 had better games?
How would I argue that? Because the PS1 had absolute banger titles. So you've got the Resident Evils on there to start. You got Crash Bandicoot 1, 2, and 3. You got Spyro 1, 2, and 3. You got Legend of Dragoon. You got Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver, and I believe the one that probably came before it, but I don't know. Don't quote me on that one.
Final Fantasy.
Nobody's gonna remember this one, but for that's also another one. Christ, I have a lot. Oh yeah, Mega Man Legends 1 and 2.
I wasn't a fan. I didn't like Mega Man Legends.
I believe they ported
love
MVC
Mega Man Legends
to that. MVC 1 and MVC 2, I believe. Street Fighter Alpha 3. PS1 absolutely beats the dog poo-poo out of N64. I'll stand by that. Only won that one.
Maybe I didn't have enough experience with the PS1 then. I don't know. I feel like I have more fond memories with the N64 and its plethora of games.
Digimon World.
Oh, those Digimon games are so good.
Was
the old ones, yeah.
What's that game with the skeleton, the knight skeleton?
Oh, Medieval 1 and 2. Oh, thank you for reminding me. Also there.
Medieval. I thought those were PS2, but those are PS1.
So I know we got a remaster of it, but I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to need more Sir Daniel Fortescue, Sony. Can you kind of make it happen?
Yeah. No, well, not to make this a PlayStation episode, but give us, what's it called? PlayStation All-Stars 2, please. I want that.
Just stop.
I heard that was dog water.
It look,
No,
it was
no,
it was really fun for what it was. I don't know, something about
Yeah.
it was just like really fun. Excuse me. Okay, now we got that out of the way. So we all know our favorites. What's your least favorite then?
Ooh.
Least favorite Nintendo console. Mine.
I'd rate the Wii at the lowest probably.
Yeah, it's weird.
We're talking about legitimate like
Personal
consoles
opinion.
that we would have owned, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's the only way you can set.
Because I mean, if we're talking objectively worst out of everything that Nintendo's done, the objective worst is the Virtual Boy.
Yeah, but I mean, no one's played it. No one played the Virtual Boy. You know, I don't even.
It had a pretty listen. It had a pretty fly Wario Land title on it. Well, that was about it.
But yeah, that's about it. But you know, I would say the Wii. I agree with Rob. Like
the longer its life cycle went on, and unless you were getting like some of the mainline Nintendo titles on it, that whole console was just a whole breeding ground for shovelware titles that literally mean nothing to anyone. Like, I can't even tell you the amount of times I would see an advertisement when I was growing up for Carnival games for Wii or whatever, and instantly know.
Oh, let's not hate on Carnival games, okay? That was a good game.
That wasn't
on the air. The minute that commercial came on the air, I knew, oh boy, Nintendo's letting another stinky on the console. Wow, how about that? It's almost like they're selling out.
Carnival game wasn't. I wouldn't consider that particular one shovelware. That one actually had.
That was actually good. It was good enough to get a remake on the Switch. All right, so you can't really say it's.
You're joking me.
No
way.
Really?
Yeah, it's on the Switch. You didn't know that?
No, I play good games.
Yeah, it's on the Switch. Yeah, well, you obviously missed out on the best one. I always thought it'd be cool if they made a sex game for the Wii, right? Like you had the nunchuck and the
what the
I know it's totally off topic.
I think the closest that Nintendo ever came to that was there was a DS title called Feel the Magic.
And you're blaming me for saying the word fuck.
That was like the closest.
No, you already set us off. We're R-rated at this point. I'm going off.
When they advertise a family console, I don't think your parents walking into you going like that is gonna.
Oh yeah, Mom, hold on. Hold the nunchuck down here, yeah.
Oh my god! Look, if they can get Just Dance on there using it, then I mean, I don't think you're that far away from.
Some of the dances in Just Dance are provocative enough. All right, we could get a.
But hold on, it was bundled with Wii Sports, right? And that game, banger, absolutely amazing.
Yeah, Wii Sports was really their ultimate piece de resistance on the platform. That's about all they had going for them.
Well, it's like I would argue it was the best bundled game to ever release with the console.
So my best friend, right, I invite him over one day and we're playing.
You didn't invite me over, but okay.
Other best friend.
Derek, did he invite you?
It wasn't me. No, it wasn't me. And I'm pretty hurt.
We were doing Wii baseball, and I may or may not have dunked like 10 home runs on him in a row. And
you killed him.
I physically couldn't stop myself from laughing, and I got punched over it. And I can't say it wasn't deserved.
That's true.
Also, the Wii, I mean, granted, I still stand behind that. It's like probably, my least favorite console, or technically the worst playing one. It did have a virtual console, though, which was amazing. Like, that was like, what's the word I'm looking for? I was going to say like true backwards compatibility, but it only accepted.
I mean, it at least had backwards compatibility with GameCube, which I do appreciate.
That true.
But a lot of those virtual console titles were fire.
I totally forgot that the Wii had like a GameCube ports on it. Like, you can play this, but like it literally opened the top up. There's a few friends that didn't believe me. They're like, it doesn't play GameCube games. I'm like, open the top port. And it has GameCube controller.
Wii, yeah, that was like the best part of the Wii. It was backwards compatible.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, it was like a next gen GameCube console without the fun parts of it.
They knew they couldn't do it off of the merits of the Wii alone, and they had to sub in the GameCube to help it out.
And then I had the worst Smash Bros ever, which was Brawl, because tripping they made a thing.
Yeah, I mean,
switching sides.
Switching sides? No, but no, Brawl. Don't say
at least brought it around with Project M. Let's be
well,
real.
no, that's fair.
That
that's
was
totally
the
fair.
community,
but, right. But like Brawl,
but that was the community's,
Although,
you know what
Brawl story absolutely slapped though. That was like, that was the real crossover event story of the lifetime. Not Marvel's Avengers, not Fortnite. I'm talking Brawl started it. For all these different people together, and a giant hands, and there's Taboo, and Sonic comes in at the end for no reason. They dicked over Toon Link.
Man, for being the fastest hedgehog around, he sure was late to the party.
We had Toon Link, had Jigglypuff and Wolf not part of the story, which I never understood why not Wolf. I think they could easily incorporate him for like the bad guy side. Like why I don't get that, but
the world really just needs more Wolf O'Donnell, to be honest with you. But that's just me.
No.
Nintendo, we can have a good Star Fox game now. It's been long enough.
You know why Sakurai added like tripping to the game?
Why?
It's because he didn't want it to be a competitive game. It was basically so he didn't want the game to be competitive. He wants it to be a party game.
Stupid.
So he added it as like a RNG thing that would just like mess up competitive scenes.
Yeah, real fun.
I mean, it's not like it really mattered when you bring Brawl Meta Knight into the mix, but
True.
True.
Like right now, they're banning Steve from Minecraft. Like they're finally starting.
I saw that on
because
Twitter
he's broken. He's insane.
Well, because
the only thing I could say to that is skill issue. What, you can't get around somebody building in the middle of the match? Cringe.
You kind of can't. But more importantly, he's the only character in the game where like if he's like hit in air, he doesn't react to it. Like he doesn't actually change animations. He just avoids it. Like it hits it, like whatever, doesn't have like I'm still going through with whatever I want to do. And so it was just crazy. Anyway, George, what's your favorite Nintendo console?
I had already said my favorite Nintendo console was the Super Nintendo, along with Rob.
Well, why did I say favorite? I'm sorry, least favorite. That's my bad.
My least favorite.
Yeah, you notice he said it if you were listening, by the way.
I am listening. There's 3 people here. 3 other people.
Yeah.
It's all right, George. I got you, boo boo.
Anyway, so what's your least favorite?
See, I'm torn, right? Like, my least favorite conceptually was the Wii U, but I never had one. So out of the consoles that I owned, the Wii would still be my least favorite. But I personally did not like the gamepad. I thought it was a stupid idea. I understand the concept of being a portable and a home console. I got that. But conceptually, anybody who had the gamepad from when I went to go play games always had the advantage. So it was like, but I didn't own one, so I don't have enough time on the Wii U to actually justify saying it was my least favorite. So conceptually, the Wii U is my least favorite, but the Wii itself is probably my least favorite console out of all of the ones that I've owned. Wii U being the only one that I haven't.
I with the Wii U
or the Wii Mini, but
no, that doesn't count. That's not.
Fuck the Wii Mini.
I had a friend who actually played competitive Smash with the gamepad, and I didn't think he was human. I was just like, that doesn't. Why would you do that to yourself?
Right?
Literal mutant.
But I mean, I didn't love the gamepad as a controller. I just loved it as a secondary screen for like maps and stuff. Like whenever you had like a menu, it was like a console version of a DS. Like the touch screen / menu was on the bottom, screen was up top. Granted, they completely floundered that Star Fox game, but because they had to use like the motion controls to like it's terrible. But
Rob, I know we've had this discussion, but it was awful. I'm sorry.
I hate you.
Really? You think it was awful? I don't remember. Oh my god, what did I just do?
Why am I small?
The minute you let him say, the minute you let Star Fox slander
my baby
into this
voice
podcast is the minute things went wrong. All I'm saying.
How did I do? Derek, what's your least favorite console? I try and fix this.
My least favorite console?
How are you going to ask that man a question when he's looking like that? Now I'm smaller.
I know. I'm trying to fix it. Everyone shut up.
Hold on. I'm looking at my...
Everyone shut up, but Derek, answer the question.
My least favorite Nintendo console? I don't know. I feel like I don't have...
And you've owned literally everything known to man.
I know. And it's all right here in front of me, and I'm looking at all of them, and I don't know which one I like the least. I'm just gonna say like the NES. I don't know. Like, yeah, it's the start of everything, and like Mario Bros. 1 through 3 were great, but yeah, I'm gonna say the NES.
Well, that's wrong, but whatever. We'll just.
No, you're right. It's the N64. Screw you, hype boys out there. Well, Ocarina of Time's a terrible game. Stop. It's bad game.
Thank you. Literally, right. Majora's Mask is the best 3D Zelda. Don't at me.
Live in the past all you want. Ocarina of Time's a bad game.
I don't know.
That's right. I'm calling everybody out. I'm telling them.
And if you really want to know the best Zelda game, bar none, it's Link to the Past.
Link to the Past.
I'd rather play Wanda Gamelon than Ocarina of Time. There you go.
I feel like
hold on. That's not. Wait, are you just saying that? Wait, hold on. I'll give you.
Dog, fix me.
I just fixed Derek. Hold on.
Man, you struggle fixing yourself. How are you going to ask somebody to do that for you?
Derek, but here's my only connection with that sentiment with Ocarina of Time, right? Are you just saying that because of the control scheme? Because they fixed that with like the emulation or even the 3D remake where it had dual screen.
But you're not. See, that's the problem. Is you're trying to associate the original game with the remake or the emulation. You have to like focus on the OG. If we're talking
you look at the OG,
Ocarina,
the N64.
If
you play that game in 2023 on the N64,
remake or no, if you polish a dog turd, that's it. It's still a dog turd. It did not age well. It's not a good game.
No, it didn't. And yes, I will admit both the GameCube.
That's me.
What is
Derek, I'm fixing. Shut. No question.
You figure it.
I can.
Both the GameCube and the 3DS remakes, the controls are a lot better, but the game itself, it's just too dated at this point. I don't know.
And to be honest,
trying to put a coat of paint on a dog turd.
Yeah.
To be honest, out of those two, Ocarina and Majora's Mask, I think Majora's Mask is a better game.
Oh yeah, no,
yeah.
I mean, I wish it was longer. But
yeah, for sure. But
they were on a time constraint, and it was
supposed to be an expansion.
Oh right, that's true.
For Ocarina of Time,
right?
So it wasn't supposed to be like a full game, but they just kind of kept going with it. So.
I see. I don't get my cool special.
Relax, I'm getting it. Relax.
I need Scorpion and Sub-Zero there, okay?
There we go.
He needs his comfort characters.
Yes, I do.
Right there.
I mean, that's another thing, right? Like Super Nintendo, the first console along with, I believe, Sega. I played it on the Super Nintendo, but that's what Mortal Kombat came out on. Mortal Kombat, of course, to our younger audience who may not know, is the result of the rating system of video games, because Mortal Kombat came out and they went, we can't deal with this. Nope. we need to do with video games like we do with music. Rating system.
Too many red pixels.
Too many red
pixels. I absolutely love getting a whole entire rating system just because somebody can't handle pixelated hearts being torn out.
Yeah. Spines, like the fatalities then too, like in the original Mortal Kombat at the time, like sure it was like whoa, oh my god, but now it's like you watch some of these like current fatalities and you're like
I've seen a couple of those current ones and it's like Jesus Christ.
You know what, even without going current, can we please real quick, just talking about rating system in Mortal Kombat, circle back to probably one of the best Mortal Kombat games that's come out in the last 10 years or so. Mortal Kombat 9, the Mortal Kombat reboot, and Noob Saibot's like Wishbone fatality.
Ooh, that was a good one.
Rob,
I was a bit more of a fan of Smoke's fatalities myself, but that's probably because I made Smoke in MK9.
I mean, Human Smoke. I can't wait for Human Smoke to be in MK12. Confirmed, it's coming out. I can't wait for Human Smoke. Reptile, bring him back. I mean, I'm a Scorpion main, but bring me my Human Smoke. Bring me my Reptile.
Yeah, give me Winnie the Pooh, Ronald McDonald, and Carnage.
Shaggy.
I want Carnage. Give me Carnage.
Yeah, can we get the Shaggy we were, not at all promised, but, really wanted?
Oh my god, dude. Carnage in Mortal Kombat would be amazing.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Carnage would be a really good fit.
Like, I know everybody...
I could go to bat for Shaggy,
but fuck
though.
that.
I mean, he can go into your fatality. It's like Zoinks, man. You're like
Zoinks,
to the Shadow Realm.
Eats a fucking Scooby snack full of edibles and just like powers up and just beats the shit out of somebody.
So then I guess,
anyways,
collectively, I was gonna say we all agree on the Wii, but for like the worst Nintendo console, can we find one that we all agree on? Let's talk about that for a second.
N64.
Well, I mean, I'm willing to draw the line in with the Wii with the N64 as a close second.
I mean, I could see Derek's point, I could agree with Derek to some degree with it, because like the controller sucked hard. Like it was purely held by its third party support, more or less.
Right. Mostly.
But I don't know.
I mean, they're classics, right? Like the N64 still had classics on it. Mario 64, right? Yeah, Ocarina, Majora's, But like they didn't hold up. Even like the Mario 64, for example, too. Like playing that on the Switch, it's awful. Like they didn't update the controls for that at all, and
you also don't have their emulation software really working in your favor.
But like the controls itself, if you haven't been playing that game for the last 20 years or whatever, like it's so bad.
The problem with the N64,
you just wish that you were Simple Flip so bad. It hurts.
Yes, I do.
With Mario 64, I think
shout out to Simple Flips, by the way.
What is it? Remastered? It's not remastered. What's it called? The collection where like the upscale or whatever. The problem with that, or the problem I have with it, is that they changed like the camera system. So like if you use the other analog stick, it doesn't move fluidly. It just moves by like, a certain degrees because of like how it was originally. And it just doesn't work at all. It doesn't work well at all. I'd rather just have the original system where, you have to use the Z trigger to change camera angle. But now it's like move analog stick, and it's just terrible. Yeah, like a lot. I mean, a lot of 3D games on the N64 did not hold up well at all.
No.
I would say that
Superman 64.
What?
Sorry, I thought we were still talking N64.
We are. No, what are you saying?
Okay, then yeah, Superman 64. It was
right, yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, but that game wasn't like that game wasn't fully finished. They just decided that was like the first case of
it was like the gold standard and why you shouldn't be buying licensed games.
Yeah, like I'm very conflicted. It's either for me, it's the Wii or the N64.
All right, let's also keep in mind that the N64 had the first South Park game.
And it was terrible. I mean, yeah, but those sucked. It was like
you fight the turkeys, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like the Stick of Truth and the fractured butthole.
But that's what I mean. The N64 had the worst of them all, even as a third-party game, which the console held up by. And the N64 didn't have Dragon Ball Tenkaichi 3.
Yeah,
the Wii had bangers. All right, we're forgetting about the bangers on the Wii.
It did have
Mario
bangers.
Galaxy, Mario Galaxy 2,
Mario Galaxy 2,
bangers.
Skyward Sword, Tenkaichi 3.
Hold on. Skyward
Mario
Sword,
Kart Wii.
That wasn't technically a banger. Everyone hated it at the start, but then people realized
now
down the road.
No, it's a banger.
Yeah, now they're like, wait, this is great.
Fuck Skyward Sword. Link is left-handed.
Yeah, but most people are right-handed.
They did that. Yeah. They did that because statistically everybody's right-handed. So
Right,
So,
but Link is left-handed.
Lefties.
okay.
Yeah, but I couldn't hold my.
I wasn't immersed. Okay, I wasn't immersed.
What I don't understand is how come.
Oh no, I can't immerse myself as this blonde twink. Man, how heartbreaking.
Why didn't they flip it like they did with
I've always
Twilight
wanted
Princess?
to be blonde twink, Rob.
Because Twilight Princess,
So
they had it in his
you.
left hand,
really
and
would.
then on the Wii one, it had it in its right. Or did they have the
Right.
option to have it in its right? I don't remember. Was there like a mirror version in
That's a good question.
Twilight Princess? I don't remember. I just know they flipped it at a point.
I remember it being a bad game.
Twilight Princess?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here!
Wait,
what
did he just say?
He said Twilight Princess was a bad Zelda game. Dude,
what? I thought it was garbage, dude.
What?
Okay,
you're
Derek,
a wolf.
Derek, side panel.
so-
Can you
so-
just
so-
like take him out? Just like delete him.
Yeah, nah, I mean, hold on.
Wolflink
Sorry,
No,
Midna?
I'm not doing that.
Ganon's locked in
on-
jail, literally
I'm gonna be on
causing
this
the end
hill.
of the world.
What?
I'm gonna die on this hill. I thought Twilight Princess was absolute dog water.
I actually am in pain. I think I'm having like a heart palpitation or something.
I honestly put the Zant boss fight in like the top 3 boss fights in any video game. I will die on that hill.
So hold on. Now I need to look something up. Twilight Princess came out before Skyward Sword, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on the GameCube.
Twilight Princess is the game that made Link right-handed. It was Twilight Princess that did it.
Yeah, but the Wii. No, wait. Oh,
See,
yeah. The Wii version made him right-handed because, everyone's right-handed. But on the GameCube version, he's left-handed because it's a controller. So, served. Rob, you're objectively wrong though, because Twilight Princess is amazing. It got a remaster, and it was amazing. So, I just don't know how you can defend your point. Like, what about it was poo-poo caca to you? Was it the great story? Was it the bridge duel? It
was a boring game. It was colored and kind of looked like shit. It was trying too hard to be realistic.
Yeah, because Wind Waker
everything in that game felt like a slog. It gives you a bunch of busy work for no reason. And I'll be honest with you here, I don't really jive with Zelda like that. I may have played quite a few titles, but honestly, I could do without it.
What about Wind Waker?
I could do without the series. I never got the chance to play Wind Waker, so I can't say anything about Wind Waker.
What? Rob!
You never
did not have money growing up.
That hurt. That actually hurts my heart. I don't think I can
ever hear of stealing? Like, hello? You steal games?
Rob, what Nintendo doesn't want you to know is there's this thing called emulation, and I know it's a big no-no in their world, but you can do it.
Rob, you love mods. You can. I can't believe.
All right, Rob. I have 3 copies of Wind Waker. I'll send you one. Don't worry.
Really?
Yeah. What am I gonna play it on?
Here's the thing, though. Right?
I'm also sending you.
I'm still stuck on Link, so
yeah, okay.
I'm not listening to this. I'm still stuck on Link. Canonically, it is not the same Link. Like, the spirit of Link inhabits a new soul, right? And like, there's a new Zelda every time, right?
Yeah.
So I can understand how it's not left and right-handed, but part of me is like, but he's left-handed. You know what I mean?
What's the word? Ambidextrous or something?
Ambidextrous, yes. Is when you are proficient with both left and right.
Right. That's why. Never mind. That's an inappropriate joke. But when
I had to hold myself back there too.
Yeah, you can like. I didn't have a problem with like him being left-handed or right-handed. Like honestly, I don't care. What I care more about is the fact you never played Wind Waker, an insanely great game.
And you don't like Twilight Princess.
And that's also just
wrong.
Didn't
really have the money growing up, man. It'd be like that sometimes.
What's your 3rd copy? I don't understand.
You gonna fault me for being poor?
I have one that's the black label, one that's the greatest hits label, and then one that says not for resale that was bundled with the system.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, I love when game companies or like people like GameStop and whatnot would like sell copies of these games that would be the not for resale copies.
Oh, dude, they're like the second. It's the second rarest copy. The only one I'm missing is there's a combo pack of Wind Waker and Metroid Prime, the first one. And it goes.
Now,
it's
if you really
insane amount
want
of
to talk
money.
about a good game and one that got a remaster that really brought some shine to it, Metroid Prime Remaster. It's only $40. Go pick it up.
You can't. It's sold out everywhere. Everybody bought it out.
Right. Yeah,
I
you're
luckily
right
got
because
two
Metroid
copies.
Prime was great.
Did you buy it?
Yeah, and everybody's remembering it.
No, I'm
yeah.
poor.
Oh yeah, I bought 2 copies. Rob, you want one? I'll give it to you.
Yeah,
It's a long-term investment,
absolutely.
but,
I'll take a copy. I
for
love
you?
Metroid Prime.
All right. I'll buy. How about I buy you some eShop credit instead because I want the physical copy.
But he's getting
Look,
you too.
I'm
still buying it for you.
You're buying it for me, but I still want to.
Rob's like the definition of like the he bites the hand that feeds. Like,
right.
like,
Absolutely.
Oh, thanks for getting me this.
Minish
What,
Cap.
It's a
That's
version?
another one I haven't played.
The digital version
is
What?
Minish Cap, but I've heard Minish
Oh
Cap was
my
good.
god! How you not playing?
Actually, you know what? I can't give you shit
yeah,
for that. I
highlight
never
that
played Minish
comment.
Cap.
See, hold on a second. This commentator has
Sean Henry. Yeah.
Yeah, right
Minish
here,
Cap?
Sean Henry.
He
Minish
has-
Cap for the
Sean
win.
Henry,
Absolute-
what's up, Sean?
Exquisite
Absolutely.
taste.
Like that game unbelievably slaps. Join our family plan. Play Minish Cap on the Switch. It is.
Yeah.
It is. I replayed that game as a kid like 5 times over. It was amazing.
Hey,
And,
Sean?
I was what?
Sean, are you not playing a show right now? I thought you had a show, dog.
In the middle of his show, he's just like, "Wait, guys, I gotta check out my favorite podcast."
By the way, since Sean was decided to comment, I'm gonna throw out a everybody check out Sean Henry and the Tonighters. They're great local band and a great band in general. I believe some of their stuff is up on Spotify. The Tonighters, check them out.
What if like in the
Good
middle of the
stuff.
set? Yeah, he's just like holds up his phone. Watch this podcast.
Right. Yeah.
Yo,
everyone-
Sean,
Sean, during your next show,
Yeah.
just like
We
shout out.
we
Goons
could use a
Games and
plug
Gear.
at the show if you could please. We will be incredibly grateful, and I might just possibly name my firstborn son after you.
Do you guys know what
Rob,
a
you
video
told me you
game
don't know my
is?
kids.
All right.
Anyway, hell
This
yeah.
ain't about that right now. I'm trying to do what I can for the
Yeah, our
podcast.
firstborn son will be named Sean.
Yes, all 4 of us
Right,
as
Rob?
I'm
adoptive
doing my
parents.
part.
Yo, I'll go even further. My
doing
firstborn
my
will be
part,
Sean
too.
Henry.
I'll go even further and say my daughter will be Sean Henry.
Yo, that could work.
Shit, thank you.
There you go.
Sean, yo,
but-
your next show's tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah, he's a real one. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so we got so caught up in Zelda games. One you had to play
So the
Minish Cap. Like,
N64. Did we agreed on the N64?
yeah, I'm leaning more towards.
Yeah,
N64
you know
than
what?
the worst
I
one.
would agree with
Yeah.
that. I would agree with that.
Consensus.
Because the Wii had motion
The
controls,
hive mind
which
has
was like
spoken.
which was like a gimmick, but it was fun when
It was still
worked.
fun though,
Right.
right? Yeah.
And the fact that like you could play games as with the Wii controller sideways, like that's how I played Brawl. I did play with a Wii controller sideways, which was really
Even
fun.
I
like
straight
Mario
up just kept
Kart,
my
like
GameCube
with the motion
controller and
controls.
used that.
Oh, that was a smart one. That was a smart
That
one.
too. You could
Right.
use the GameCube controller for most of the games. So
Right.
I mean, I still use a GameCube controller to this day, and I still
yeah,
get smacked around just because
it's
I choose to play as
still
DK.
my favorite controller, hands down.
yeah, I mean, I'm going to talk about that in a second. So I guess besides Sean, besides George, who's in love with Sean,
I am in love with Sean.
So wait, George, you say what your least favorite was? You said it was the Wii U conceptually, but
Conceptually, it was the Wii U, but I think the Wii in general. But as we talk more about the N64,
like
I'm torn. I am split down the middle between Wii because I hated the idea of, and maybe I'm wrong. I dislike the idea of let's make a console for their family. And I'm all about like, let's have consoles to be consoles. I don't like, I'm not opposed to couch co-op because that's the only way anybody's going to play Mortal Kombat with me. Nobody will play with me online aside from when I'm
just
trying
get
to do
better
ranked.
internet.
I have better internet.
Get a
now.
wired connection, you boob.
I have a wired connection. Rob,
pay
you
for
want to play
that
me?
Fios.
MK11?
I will say the N64.
Dog, I haven't even
like,
labbed anything. I would get smoked in a hurry. Listen, I'm
I
literally
haven't
just
touched
blowing
it.
smoke right now.
I haven't touched it in a year and a half since like the last.
I wouldn't
DLC
even
came
know
out.
what I'm doing. I promise you, I wouldn't even know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Okay.
Derek, what were you saying?
I was gonna say the N64 does have some memorable moments, like from my lifetime. But
when you lost your virginity,
looking back, like my 21st birthday, it was like me, Rob, our friend Sawyer, and our friend Dakota. We played Mario Party.
Oh, I remember that
you
birthday.
Remember that?
Yeah. Somebody quit because they were a little upset that they got outfoxed.
Wait, was it me?
It was you.
Wait, hold on a second. That was your birthday party?
Yeah, it was my 21st. We went to the pizza place down the road.
No, I'm thinking of
I was gonna say, Rob. I was not at Derek's occasion, but also hold on a second, Rob. I told you my dad was picking me up. He picked me up at that time. Like
but you left so abruptly. It might as well have been like
because he got there. I can't hold it. Rob's like, no.
Boy, how many times have you said that to the women you've been with?
Plenty. How many have you said anything to? Boom, I win.
Absolutely none. You know why? Vow of celibacy. Support your local monastery.
Hot. Yeah, where was my invite to this birthday party, Derek?
You were there.
You were cool.
And then you left. What? No, the one I was talking to with Rob was John.
You were definitely there because that's the only reason our friend Dakota would be there.
Wait, I'm so good. Wait, that wasn't your birthday party though.
Yeah, it was my 21st because I remember we got a 30-pack of Yingling that Rob brought as my birthday gift.
Yeah,
and
I remember.
We sat and played Mario Party. I vividly remember this. Yes.
Wait, hold on.
Because
you
left. And Dakota stayed the night and hung out with us the whole night.
Wasn't the same party where I threw up because I got like reverse roofied? Or from Dakota.
Reverse roofied? Are you?
Or I know
he lying.
I thought
I don't remember that.
This was not your birthday party.
I know you get reverse roofied.
I don't remember why you left.
How is that not the title of this episode? Reverse roofied. What?
Oh my god.
What sort of mental gymnastics do you have to do? Dude, are you like an Olympic gold medalist? That was the most amazing set of mental gymnastics I've ever seen.
Hold on.
Jesus Christ,
I think I'm getting thrown out. I don't think this is your party. I thought that was John's. We all went to John's house.
No, this was a separate occasion. Because as Derek says it, I remember it. He did have a 21st, and I remember buying that pack of Yingling.
Why was Dakota there? I remember that.
Because you were like, oh.
Because John showed up too for that, for like a little bit.
Oh, John was there. Yes. John was there for a little bit, and he was like, oh, can Dakota come too? I was like, yeah, sure, why not? That's right. John was there because every time my mom is like, oh, I told her, I was like, oh, I'm going to hang out with John. And she's just like, who's John? I was like, you've met him. He was at our house.
I could have sworn this was in a completely different location. I thought this was at his place. That's why I was getting so thrown off.
No, because that was a different occasion.
Oh, okay.
That was the one that Dakota did some out-of-pocket things, and then you had to get up and leave. And from an outside looking in, what it looked like was that you got so pissed off that he did the thing that he did that I'm not going to say because I would absolutely get canceled for recanting it. We all thought that you left because you got mad. That's the only thing to it. And I mean, I have no reason not to believe you because I'm sure you had to get picked up by your dad.
Yeah, I was literally leaving.
But that was also the night I broke the screen door at John's dad's place. Which, Ken, if you're out there, I'm sorry. I really am.
I don't remember that at all. But
I'm a sloppy drunk. I'm sorry.
That was
Yo, you're lucky you didn't know me at that point, Derek.
Why?
If that's what happened, I would have made it so much worse. Rob broke a screen door accidentally. I would have broken something else just to be like, "Yo, let's go."
I'm pretty sure.
Hold on,
that at least 3 people threw up that night.
I got it.
Okay. Cool.
Sean Henry, gotta give the Switch. You can play so many different style attachments as well as buy the standard controller, plus being able to make it portable. If you're turning the favorite consoles,
that's his favorite.
Yeah.
It's definitely one of the better ones they've ever made. Honestly, one of the best.
Yeah, I'm going.
The Switch is solid.
I'm going back to N64 being the worst though. Like, Most games don't hold up well.
True.
The controller held it back so hard, or at least the analog stick in general.
Yes.
It's just like the cartridges were really crappy in terms of you always had to they're like, oh, you shouldn't blow into it, but it always works. So
it was the always way. Yeah, it was the best way to fix it. So
God, I'm old enough to have played the NES when it was new, and you had to do that on those too. That Nintendo cartridge.
It was practically a requirement. They would sell this bootleg little cleaning kit that came with isopropyl and whatnot, wipes the whole 9 yards. Yeah, no, just run yourself around, just good to go.
It came with it. The NES.
Oh, I did the vertical. I never went horizontal. I always held it sideways and went.
Oh, you got to get that surface area. The spit shine makes it work better.
I mean, I just unzip my pants and just I just went.
Oh, nice joke, you haha sexo pervert.
That's what I did with the GameCube controller ports.
Wait, I thought
perfect size.
Yeah, so
I want to also clarify that we're not saying the N64 was a bad system, right? It just in comparison to all the other Nintendo consoles, yes, it's the worst.
So even Sean says least favorite, I'd say the Wii. It was a blast playing Wii bowling, true, but it couldn't handle a lot of big titles, and in my opinion, worse Mario Kart.
That console was
Wii Mario Kart
underpowered.
Mario Kart.
Mario Kart gave us Funky Kong on the Flame Runner.
I'm with Sean. Yeah. The Wii Mario Kart, probably my least favorite Mario Kart.
I give that to Super Circuit.
I think it's because I played it the most, maybe. I don't know.
I agree with them in a sense, only because in comparison to other Mario Karts, it is the worst, but it's still incredibly fun. All Mario Karts are still really fun.
I wouldn't agree with that,
Eric.
Really?
It came after Double Dash, which was literally perfection.
Right, that's fair. Right,
it was a gold standard, but no, you're wrong.
What?
The worst Mario Kart is Super Circuit on the GBA. That's the worst one.
You look scary.
Derek.
Yes?
You look so skinny. I was told to tell you that. You look so skinny.
Who, me?
You look like you're about to tell me what my hair smells like in the theater.
Yeah, and I got that impression too.
I get a hint of pomegranate and maybe a little bit of coconut.
Well, you're smelling the wrong person, so try again, crackhead.
My hoo-ha in those before, but...
Oh, wait, I assume we're not including any of the portable consoles in this favorite, at least.
We are not including
portable consoles. All right, if you're going to twist my arm about that, then all right. Mario Kart, I will soft agree with that, but hear me out. Funky Kong on the Flame Runner.
That's true.
That's all I'm going to say. We got Funky Kong. That's all that matters.
I just want to tickle George right now. He's just in such a tickle position.
You obviously never played Mario Kart.
Too bad I'm not ticklish.
Mario Kart game.
Catch me on Mario Kart DS. If you want a really good one, I was getting so good at that game, I was legitimately beating developer times.
Mario Kart Advanced. But if you're going to play a mobile one, Mario Kart Advanced was the best one for the GBA.
Mario Kart Deluxe, though, I mean,
no, it wasn't.
Really
that
good.
Was one of the worst titles.
No.
You want the best? You want the best portable one? It's Mario Kart DS, with beyond a shadow of a doubt in my mind.
No, it's 7. 7's way ahead of the other two.
I thought 7
was away, dude.
I thought Mario Kart 7 was Mario Kart DS, or is that the one for the 3DS?
7 was the 3DS, yeah.
Oh no, 3DS.
Yeah, DS was technically 5, I think.
No, the 3DS.
It was Mario Kart DS on paper, but. No, it had the best snaking mechanics, and as soon as you figured out how to do that, you could literally outrun blue shells, and you were beating developer times with the greatest of ease. It was amazing. Amazing game. Yeah. Love it.
How do we get this conversation again?
Because you asked if we included handhelds in our system.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was going to say no.
Which I was, but none of the portable systems.
And listen, the best character, one of the best characters you could pick for that, probably not, but let's be honest here, he is the best in my heart. The robotic operating buddy from the good old Nintendo days.
Rob likes Rob? Oh,
I do like a good spot of Rob in Smash, I gotta say.
I loved beating Rob
you're right.
with Rob while getting Rob.
Kissing Rob in bed at night while we're
in fact,
alone.
He's right here, and he's like, what?
In fact, he's in the other room, guys.
Guys? I'm trying to get to a consensus here of what we believe is the worst, though.
N64. I think that's what we agreed on.
I would go with N64. Mr. Game & Watch is a respectable pick. Yeah. You're kind of a psycho for relying on gambling, but it's a respectable pick.
You're kind of a psycho.
I think it's the N64. Yeah, it's not intuitive, and the games didn't hold up.
I would stick my vote in with the N64 as well.
Good. I'm glad we can all agree.
Sean agrees too.
All right, so now we're on to the next part, which is best portable one. Yeah, that's right.
Yes. Oh, damn.
I'm gonna say that the Switch is like a home console. You know, I know. Yes, it's technically.
We were gonna disqualify the Switch from that, but shoot.
Best mobile one.
So,
I'm going with. I mean, I'm going with the new 3DS. I just
right. That's what I'm gonna say. The 3DS had it had emulation, so we could play all these older games on it. Right.
Right.
I got to play Case Story that way, and that was honestly really cool.
It's literally like the 3DS or the DS that could play Game Boy Advance games and like GBA.
Yeah, the OG DS, right?
Yeah.
I'd argue that their best handheld was GBA just because of the sheer amount of powerhouse titles and the fact that it gave me Mega Man Battle Network.
I know that's
which, by the way, Legacy Collection is coming out in about a month or two. You better buy it. You better show Capcom I want more.
Yeah.
Look. So the thing
Capcom
with that, Rob,
doesn't need your validation. They'll do it either way and give you 5 fucking copies of the same game.
We did get Gen 3
and I'll buy it every time.
When you say GBA, you also mean the SP, right? Like just Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, I mean it's just an upgraded way to use it because the original one didn't have a backlight attached to it.
Where's my Game Boy Micro? Here it is.
Oh, you have one too?
And you know what's in it? Minish Cap.
Didn't you bring it to school a couple days?
Yes, I used to have one. I brought it to school and I'd play under the desk because it was so small. And then I don't remember what happened to mine, but then I rebought it, or my dad bought it for me for my birthday like a couple years ago.
That's cool. So I'm not gonna say the original 3DS only because like the 3DS the 3D gimmick sucked, especially on the original 3DS.
Yes.
That was the idea is cool, but the execution abysmal. Even on the
it's just another one of those examples of Nintendo just loves their gimmicks.
Right. Well, that's fair, but like all they really need to do was just a beefier DS. The new 3DS, even though it had better 3D capabilities, it's still like no one used it. Literally, games like only a few games actually support the 3D function. There was like, why are we even? No, we're not gonna do this anymore. Like, we don't need to add code to make it 3D compatible. Like, nah, fam, we'll just we're good on that. But here's an amazing Ocarina of Time remaster. Yeah, like
a polished dog turd.
Okay, well, but the normal DS. I also want to give it to the normal DS. It had backwards compatibility with Game Boy Advance and Game Boy games, which is like
the DS did have a lot of strong titles on it too,
and the new 3DS didn't. Just the 3DS didn't. Right? It was only 3DS and DS games.
I feel like you were able to play DS games on it.
Well, no, yeah, DS games, not Game Boy Advance games.
Yeah, no, they stopped supporting that after the the OG after the DS and the DS Lite.
But like I don't know, I love that about the normal DS. I like the Mario 64 like kind of remake, but not really, where it's like Luigi, Wario, and Yoshi are involved. I thought that was fun.
Listen, you put a game with Wario in it, right? It's like, all right.
Here you go.
How much do you want?
The gas on my face.
But at the same time, I absolutely loved Smash on 3DS. I thought that was the coolest thing ever, and I played it to death.
That blew my mind that was possible.
We went to that tournament right after the midnight release and played it till like 6 in the morning.
I got second place. It was awesome. And like it was just like
felt better on the 3DS than he did on the Wii U, and I will die with that statement.
And then they're like, oh, by the way, if you have it on the 3DS, you can use it as a controller for the Wii U version. It's like, and it was cross compatible. It was like you can play on. It was just
that was the first one with the 8-player Smash too, right?
Yeah, but not on the 3DS version.
Well, no, but you could use the 3DS as a controller for 8-player Smash.
Yeah.
You could, yeah.
Yeah, but I thought 8-player Smash sucked.
By the way, real quick.
Chaotic.
What?
Real quick. Shout out to the people that are watching that are unable to join chat, and happy birthday, Ree.
I don't know who that is.
That's fine.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. That's okay. It's a birthday stream.
By the way,
yay!
Stream is happening at a bar right now, like live.
Bar.
Put it on the TV.
Put it on the TV. Everybody.
Actually, Derek, one of our friends, the one that told me to tell you that you look so skinny on cam, that we work with, he and Jeff are watching live right now at the bar, and he's got enough connections at the bar that they're at that they can probably make that happen.
Are they at the bar we go to?
Snove, make it happen.
Make it happen.
Put it up on the TVs. I know where you are.
We will.
Man, more of an active audience. Oh God, I'm feeling the heat getting to me.
Hold on, I gotta look it up really quick.
But yeah,
what are you looking up?
I'm so conflicted. I think all the portable Nintendo consoles were bangers. Honestly, like. I don't know. It's something about them were just super comfy, super fun as children. Even like the original Game Boy, I thought was great when I played that at my grandma's house. Like, if I had to
they really had something there, and I'd argue that out of all their portables, I'm gonna throw my lot in with GBA.
It's like
I'm gonna say that was the best.
I love the GBA. So many Mega Man battle networks, which are amazing, but.
Yeah, we got all 6 of them on the same console, so no matter where you were in that console's history, you were going to have access to a Battle Network game. Right. They even put like the Super Mario All-Stars on the Super Nintendo. They put that version on the Game Boy Advance as well, and they had Super Mario World on there too. So you had like 2 amazing timeless classics on the same console. A couple of Yu-Gi-Oh games that were pretty fly.
Oh yeah, that's true. Like
Metroid.
Oh, Forbidden Memories. Hold on, I got that somewhere too. No. The best Dragon Ball Z game ever, Boo's Fury, was on the GBA.
Oh my! I mean, I would say the best one was Super Sonic Warriors 2 or 1. I forget which one.
But also on the GBA.
Did you wait? You didn't like Super Sonic Warriors, Rob?
No.
Really?
No, I did not.
I love Super Sonic Warriors.
No,
I'm sorry. My jam was Raging Blast 2. That was my. But we're not talking about that right now.
No, because I want Raging Blast 3, and I'll never get it. So.
Just play Xenoverse 2. It's awesome.
No.
Yeah, but I don't want discount 3. Raging Blast. I want Raging Blast.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. Thank you, Rob. Shout out. Also, here's my shout out. Shout out to Alt Art Snover on Instagram. Go follow him.
Yes.
Alt Art. Is this a shout out portion? Shout out to the West Lansing You Break I Fix. If any of you are watching, I appreciate it a lot. Thank you
guys need your phone broke. You broke your phone. Come fix it over here.
And your heart's broken also goes there.
That being said, Alt Art Snover.
Alt
Art Snover on Instagram is doing a thing where for his live streams and stuff. It's Pokemon related, so welcome to Nintendo. But he does a lot of Pokemon TCG, and if you ever want to check out some of his cards, any of his pulls, check him out. And then he gives free like slab giveaways and stuff like that. So check him out, Alt Art Snover on Instagram.
I wish we could.
Can he give away my slab?
Ooh.
No,
also, shout out to Beetle on the boat in Wind Waker. His goods are always endless.
Thank you.
He always tells me thank you and bye. I just get the customer service I always wanted.
No, Rob, you have to hear Derek say it.
Thank you.
It's so good.
Shut up. That's amazing.
I like when I was first live streaming, like before Goons, Games and Gear. That like I had that as like my sub alert or like my follower alert. Oh, thank you. Bye. Anyway, I'm gonna have to go with the 3D. I guess the new 3DS isn't its own console, right? I mean, it's still 3DS.
It's just updated hardware,
right? So I guess I'm gonna go with the 3DS line.
Okay.
Because like I put so many hours into Smash, so many hours into Mario Kart. There's another game I'm trying to think of.
The only thing they never added was Gen 3 for the retro consoles on there, and I was pretty upset. But like, I don't know. Well, they remade like Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, so like I really didn't need it.
Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire were mid, except for the fact that we got the one Pokemon that managed to break their entire meta.
Right.
So
the library though for the 3DS,
I do appreciate a good old Mega Rayquaza, but that's just me. I'm always a down. I'm always a down ass bitch for Rayquaza.
And also, I mean, but the 3DS never got its own exclusive Pokemon though. That's also an issue.
Yes, it did.
What 3DS?
Yeah, Sun and Moon.
Oh, that's fair. No, you're right. You're totally right. I don't know why.
Yeah, they had Sun and Moon, and it was X and Y, and then Sun and Moon.
Oh yeah, am I stupid?
Ultra Sun and Ultra
Moon.
Moon.
Those are like my two favorite Pokemon games. So what am I talking about?
What? Some people just don't really feel that strongly about it, but honestly, I thought Sun and Moon was like, and by extension, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon were like,
chef's kiss.
They were up there.
I love the Battle Tower. The campaign in the starting had a lot of hand holding, but besides that, like the boss battles.
It's a Pokemon game; it's going to happen regardless.
It
was kind of the same misgiving I initially had with Sword and Shield, and that turned out to be incredible.
Yeah, I'm confident with my 3DS pick, so that's my favorite portable one. Derek, what's yours?
You're welcome.
3DS. Yeah,
3DS. How come? Just
It just the library for the 3DS was like it was too powerful, right? They remade Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask and made them playable. Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire were my favorite remakes of Pokemon games for my favorite generation.
Nice.
We also got the best generation of Sun and Moon where they it wasn't gym battles anymore. It was the totem Pokemon and all that stuff.
Right.
We got Ultra Beast too.
Mario Kart's Ultra Beast. The post game in that was amazing. The Mario Kart 7. I know Rob hates it, but like Mario Kart 7, I played a ton of.
I can't say I hate it. I just never played it.
Never mind.
I'm trying to think what else. We got a Chibi Robo remake, which I never thought would happen. We hadn't seen him since the GameCube.
It's such a weird title, but the first Chibi Robo they did on GameCube, I tried it on a LARP one time recently. It's surprisingly compelling,
right? It's so much fun.
We got remaster of Luigi's Mansion 1, and we got 2.
Right, we got.
I do love a little bit of Luigi's Mansion.
Hold on. I just want to mention
Planet
this,
Robot. The Kirby Planet Robot was like really good. I don't know if you guys
literally one of the best Kirby titles.
Right. It like revitalized that series.
Wait, which one?
Kirby Planet Robobot.
I never played it. I told
it's so good.
It's so
because
good.
the Wii was a disaster because all we got we got Return to Dreamland, which was pretty good.
That was
but
on the
then
Wii,
they went with that was like before this. But then they went to like Epic Yarn, which was god awful.
Oh, they did Epic Yarn, and then they kind of brought it around with Triple Deluxe. With that new formula they were going for, they really reestablished it with Planet Robobot.
I do want to mention, Derek, I semi-disagree with the Majora's Mask thing. I don't get me wrong, Majora's Mask is like one of my favorite Zelda games. But I really hated what they did with the boss fights, where it's like a giant eye came out when they're like in their week.
Oh yeah, they added the weak points to it or whatever.
I didn't like that. I thought that was like coddling for no reason. I was like, why did they? That just, I don't know, ruined the immersion for me. But still an amazing remake. Like it looks beautiful and plays like. I would love a collection port of those remasters on the.
What was the forest boss's name? I forget.
Unga Chunga. I don't know, like that.
I think it was like. Let me look into this. I think
all I know is the forever in my life the fish boss in Majora's Mask haunted me, and I could never beat it because I was terrified.
Adalwa. That's what it was in Majora's Mask. I hear that sometimes when I go to bed.
That's my
dream. That boss fight was a nightmare.
That's true. That boss fight was like oddly insane for a first boss fight. That was like, dude, that guy was like skipping everywhere, summoning like those moths that annihilated you. Like he just jumped around.
Just big
he, like,
shield, big sword, just this huge tribal mask and whatnot, and he's just like
he just
the whole
taunts you
time, and it's
kicks
like,
you.
dude, stop, please! I'm like 12. What is this?
And although I will give the 3D remake the awesomeness that was when you turned to Giant Link, they like completely changed it.
Oh, the Giant's mask was so good.
In the remake, where you like you actually like wrestled them, like instead of like normal hack and slash. I thought it was great. I thought it was an interesting.
A little bit of worm wrestling.
I wanna hype up the 3DS library a little more because I looked up like some other games. They also like revived Kid Icarus for like a hot minute.
That's
and then
true.
It died
Kid
again.
Icarus Uprising was a banger.
We got literally one of the most interesting Pokemon spin-offs with Detective Pikachu. Like out of nowhere, that game is amazing.
Oh, we got the terrible port of Mario Maker.
Yes, the dumbed down version of Mario Maker. X and Y were great games until they'd ended, and then there was nothing to do in those games, but the online was incredible for those games. Right. Fire Emblem literally made a showing, and people remembered what Fire Emblem was. Mario and Luigi, literally all the games were on that system. Really? And those games are fantastic. Yeah, they remade both games and then made a third one.
Well, they had Superstar Saga on the Game Boy Advance, and that game's invincible.
Right, and they just ported it over,
and then they just started doing, and then they moved on to like the DS for like the second one, Partners in Time, and then I think the 3DS was Bowser's Inside Story, and that one's probably the best one.
Yeah,
really, I never played it.
The like weird games on that system too, like Tamagotchi Life and Miitopia was on there. Yeah,
A Link Between Worlds.
Those games are amazing.
Link Between
Worlds. Link Between Worlds, a sequel to the best Zelda games, hands down.
Mario 3D Land.
3DS
that game was
slapped.
Mario 3D Land. Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight came to.
Shovel Knight was on there. Bravely Default's an amazing JRPG.
It had amiibo support, which I loved. I mean, just to use that, like when you could
we got a remake of Metroid 2.
Yeah, Metroid Returns.
Metroid. Yep. The Shin Megami Tensei series like revitalized on that system after like not showing up since the PS2.
What about the Monster Hunter games?
Oh, the Monster Hunter
3 was on
I'm
there.
all in on Shin Megami Tensei.
Yes.
Shin Megami Tensei, I'm all in on. I love
I've been meaning to give that a shot. I've heard they're like incredible JRPGs.
You never Shin Megami Tensei? Absolutely.
You played Persona, also, though, right, Rob?
You played Persona, right?
Nope.
Oh, what?
No?
Oh, go play all those. You would love those games. Yeah, what? How have you never played those?
Rob,
poor.
Persona 4 Golden and P3 portable. P4 Golden, P3P, Game Pass, free. Play them.
We got a Senra and Kagura game on that system, which
they ported over.
No. Yeah, I'm not passing this until Rob says he's going to play those games.
I'm passing this.
I'm sure I'll get to it at some point. I'll be honest with you, it'll probably be Shin Megami Tensei before anything else.
The Persona games.
They ported over Donkey Kong Country Returns, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah. Donkey Kong.
Yeah, but people that play Persona get depicted as soy jacks all the time, and I'm not on that. That doesn't line up with my Sigma male grind set.
Sigma male grind set.
Yoshi's Woolly World was on there, and New Yoshi's Island.
You'd think I just like slapped your dog or something, bro.
Rob,
Dragon Quest sequels were on that system.
Rob, I know you.
Yokai Watch?
Persona.
Isn't that dying though?
Play Persona, Rob.
Yokai Watch 4 is coming, don't worry. One day.
Not if you're gonna tell me to do it.
Or 3, whatever we're on.
Was Animal Crossing good on 3DS?
Animal Crossing was good.
Or you'll never see my ding dong.
Not Happy Home Designer, the other one.
Right.
Why you got listen?
Yep. Nope.
Keep the bedroom business out of this. Keep the bedroom business.
I don't know what's going on.
We'll discuss this.
Nope.
Why is everybody so
I want to cosplay in the bedroom, Rob.
Why am I so turned on?
You're literally subhuman.
Guys, stop. Rob, Terraria was on the 3DS, so that's instantly.
Yeah, but it was such a booty port, though.
Yeah,
Minecraft was on the 3DS?
No! That was the original.
Stop
sucking
it right
one.
now.
Put Minecraft on the PS2, bro. What do you mean?
We got a terrible Paper Mario game though. These are the downsides. Sims 3 was on there.
Yeah, that series kind of fell off after Thousand Year Door, which
Oh, but we got the
Door
Atrium
was
Final
probably the
Fantasy, the
last
greatest
good
rhythm
Paper
game of
Mario.
all time.
Which one?
The Atrium.
What did you say?
The greatest Final Fantasy rhythm game of all time.
Oh,
Captain Toad.
I heard something completely different, and I was about to fight you, and it's not what I thought you said. So I will let you continue.
Yeah, the 3DS was a banger. The library was just too amazing for anybody to.
You know what though? The 3DS also introduced Resident Evil Revelations. And I think that was a unique and good take on the Resident Evil franchise versus where it was going before that, right? Like Resident Evil 4, it was a good game, bad Resident Evil. Great game, bad Resident Evil. Revelations kind of brought it back a little bit. Revelations 2, we can go ahead and forget about that. Even though Claire is my favorite Resident Evil character, we can forget about Revelations 2. And also, I don't understand why Leon Kennedy is the poster child, but that's a conversation for another stream.
So then, George, what's your favorite portable console then?
My favorite portable console is probably the
Nintendo portable,
the Game Boy Advance. Yeah.
Okay.
Is probably the Game Boy Advance SP. It gave me the option for advanced games like Emerald, like Pokemon Emerald, Pokemon Crystal, but it still allowed me to play the original like Game Boy Color games that I loved. Like we discussed last time, Dragon Quest Monsters. Love that game. Kid Dracula. Love that Game Boy, OG Game Boy game, right? Like, gave me the option to play both with a backlight so that I could play it at night without one of those stupid fucking worm lights. Like,
oh my god, I hated those
Game
days.
Boy Advance
Those long car
SP,
rides where you knew you had to pack batteries
in.
and you had to have the dinky little worm light for it.
That was
like, thank you for
always
integrating a backlight into this.
Mine never broke.
It always
that
broke.
SP?
Like you
Is that what we're talking
finagle it,
about?
you get it perfect,
Yeah, Game
you're
Boy
playing
Advance.
it, and all of a sudden it just goes, and I'm like,
hold on.
dog.
This is what I don't understand. Why wouldn't you pick the DS then? Because the DS you could play your Game Boy Advance games and even Game Boy games.
Because if we're going by game library, that's what my pick is for.
You're not counting.
I'm not going through backwards compatibility.
Because the
even though
DS
that's a very strong
introduced.
point.
No, here's why.
But it's not emulation though. It's literal like compatibility.
The DS introduced Monster Quest Joker, and that game was awful.
That's why you hate the DS. That's
yes.
Seems like a petty reason.
They changed the formula up on that one when they had
me?
no reason to, and
so
like, listen, man, what was wrong with just throwing a rack of sirloin at a monster and just being like, you know what, you spent some good money on that cut of meat. I'd like the cut of your jib. Would you like to use me to get a better boss monster? Absolutely, yes, I would. No, I got to sit here and be like, let me just scout this monster over here. Yes.
Yeah.
So
like,
I guess
why I also think that you like Persona. Like, you want to recruit a new Persona, you talk to him in the middle of battle, and it's like hey, this is what I think. What do you think? And you give an option of 3 comments, and they go, huh, cool. Here's another dialogue option. And you're like, this one. And they go, yeah, I don't vibe with you. Or, yeah, you got it. Like,
so,
we stand for Futaba. That's right.
I don't
listen, man, I already struggle with social interaction. I'm not trying to muddle my way through that again.
So
the redhead Futaba.
Final Fantasy V.
So I guess we're at an impasse then, because me and Derek are saying it's the 3DS line. You guys are saying it's the Game Boy Advance.
Hold on, let me look up the Game Boy Advance library, because I think we looked this up after they announced it, and I was severely disappointed.
Right, like I think you guys are like overhyping the Game Boy Advance. Like,
no,
you're also saying the Game Boy Advance library was mostly third party, just like the N64.
Ooh, shots fired.
Fire
No,
red,
I will
leaf
say, I'll
green.
give you right.
Fire
you
red, leaf green.
You
Fair.
got banger Gen 1 remakes. You got Gen 3, which is arguably the best generation of Pokemon.
But so the new 3DS with the
But
remake.
so did the
of Gen
3DS. Yes.
No, it's Gen 5. It's Gen 5. But we're not going to talk about that today.
Wait, what? What do you mean? Wait, what? Gen 5 was on the DS, not the 3DS.
Yeah, but you say Gen 3 objectively the best? No, it's Gen 5.
You're right,
Oh,
Gen 3.
what? Oh my! Gen 5 of. Oh yeah, I forgot you have this weird connection. No, Gen 5 is.
I gotta go.
Conniption nothing. You're just wrong.
It's right above Gen. It's right above Gen 2. Gen 2 being the absolute worst. Gen 5 right there.
Oh my God! Somebody get this guy out of here. Get the control of this channel from this loser.
Derek, you want to be a tiebreaker here?
Look, Gen 5 lore
How is he going to be a tiebreaker? He sided with you.
Pokédex wise,
you.
though, it was garbage.
Look, it's not.
And it barely
not
ran
my
on the
fault
DS.
that Derek
right?
and Derek, the
We need a
two
remake.
Goons. Fuck you.
We need a remake. All right.
I don't want a remake. Give me a remake of Black and White 2, so I get at least the national decks, so I get a better decks, like in terms of not locked to Gen 5. That's how it worked, right? Didn't they change it so you could you get other Pokemon? I respect.
I don't know.
I respect the decision.
I didn't even do that anyway because I did like a mono bug run for it, and most of my team was comprised of Gen 5 bugs.
That's cool. See, that's a cool way of doing it. I keep wishing I do that for new Pokemon games, but I keep forgetting.
Escavalier was a clutch, and so was Volcarona. Just
that's fair. No, it had great bugs. I'll give Gen 5 that. It had amazing bugs. But it's neither. Although it's again just not what really related to what we're talking about, because we're talking about 3DS. You're talking about that game is DS. You guys are picking Game Boy Advance.
All that aside.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of good games on that platform were third party, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
sure, okay. I understand that. No platform is realistically invincible to that. It's just a fact. It happens,
right?
But we got a remake of Kirby's Adventure on the Game Boy Advance. That was really good. We got Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, which was also really good.
Sure, that game was a banger.
We had all 3 Sonic Advances on there, which were also bangers in their own right. You had Golden Sun 1 and Golden Sun 2, which are arguably some of the best JRPGs ever made.
All right.
Also Shining Soul 2.
I'm a
Shining Soul
slight
2,
tub right now, Rob. Go ahead. Get me fully erect.
You had all the Mega Man Battle Network games. They brought Mega Man and Base, which was an SNES title, onto it. And it was harder to play, but still good. What else? And Mario Luigi, I feel like we said that already. And they did Super Mario 2, Super Mario World, and Super Mario 3 on the platform as well.
Right.
I mean,
you have
Metroid Fusion and Zero Mission.
You have my second favorite Zelda game too with Minish Cap. So
Minish Cap is on there as well, and they did a remake of Link to the Past, and they started the whole Four Swords thing, which was pretty much how we got Wind Waker.
Without Emblem. Four Swords, we would never
Fire
have the
Emblem.
Four Swords.
The first
Newgrounds
Fire
videos.
Emblem.
No,
Fire Emblem in Final Fantasy.
The very first one was Shadow Dragon, and that got a report
that was the first
on the
American.
DS. The American ones that we got over in America were Fire Emblem 7 and Fire Emblem 8, and Fire Emblem 6 was Japan only. But all 3 of those games were bangers in their own right as well.
Okay.
And I already said Metroid Fusion and Zero Mission, which go play Zero Mission. It's objectively the best way to play Metroid 1 if you want to play it.
Okay.
The Final Fantasy 1 and 2 Dawn of Souls.
A Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. That was also another one.
Ooh, damn.
Fire Red,
that was
Leaf,
a loud
Green. In terms of Pokemon.
I forgot about
in terms
those.
of Pokemon, hold on. In terms of Pokemon, Fire Red, Leaf Green, Sapphire, Ruby, and Emerald.
Yep. True. And then the mystery dungeons. I forgot about those.
And the mystery dungeons.
I still got to stand with the 3DS though.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'll respect it, but I'm throwing my cards in with the GBA. I had a lot more fond memories of it.
I think we're split. I think we're split on this.
Yeah, we're absolutely
Rob and I
split.
are still gonna hold strong on GBA, and you guys can hold strong on 3DS. Both are great.
Yeah, but you guys are
Maybe
held back by
equals.
batteries. We
No,
got
the
we got
And
GBA
the 3DS wasn't?
The GBA SP was a rechargeable lithium-ion battery.
Well,
Yeah, dog.
Wait, I mean, you could buy rechargeable batteries, but you
No.
No,
Advanced
it was literally a
SP
rechargeable battery.
the SP, right? No, you're right. That
the SP, yes.
The
with
Game Boy
the
Advance, yes,
backlight.
you needed to buy batteries. You were absolutely
I
correct. But
snapped
the
an
GBA
SP in half as a kid because I was
rechargeable
so
battery.
mad.
My brother would punch his SP, and there'd be this it's like 3 times. There's this like weird black hole he created where it's just like literally
because it used a liquid because it used an LCD and that basically just tells me he broke it. I literally snapped the hinge on mine.
Yeah, I was trying to catch Rayquaza and he wouldn't stay in the Pokeball, so I snapped it and then I cried to my mom to go buy me another one.
Did you get it?
I broke mine playing Battle Network 3 and I cried to my dad to get me one.
Why was I the only responsible one? I didn't break. I didn't get that.
Because I was a crackhead child. Not like literally boofing crack as a child.
George,
crack is whack.
Are you okay? George is like,
no, I'm insulted. Why am I the only responsible one? My parents never bought me shit.
I was beat.
If I broke a console,
I didn't even have parents.
If I broke a console or a controller, I was out.
Hit a little close to home there. You're
like, whoa, trouble alert.
Oh,
yeah.
You must not have liked your handheld system so bad. We're not buying you another one. Deal with it.
That's what they kept telling my brother, but he for some reason got oddly coddled versus I was responsible.
No, my parents, I'm the eldest child, did not buy me the replacement.
You have a sibling?
If I broke a handheld console, that was it.
Yeah, me too. Well, let us know what you think, guys, because we are absolutely split. Basically, it's retro versus modernized. You know, new 3D or 3DS is the modern Game Boy Advance really retro. Let us know.
Street Pass made me feel like I had friends. All right, let's just.
Street Pass was awesome.
Come on,
Street Pass was not good for people like me that refuse to go outside.
The Me Maker on the 3DS.
Yeah. We win.
But imagine going to a convention while you have the 3DS and getting all these like street.
I did. It was amazing.
The anime convention the 3 of us used to go to, my Street Pass was filled, dude. Oh my god, yes.
That was amazing.
You know how many girls' numbers I didn't get, but instead got Street Pass?
Yeah, because I'd whip out my 3DS and be like, "Hey, baby, you want to give me your friend code?"
They literally had sections at like Anime or Anime Next where like there was a group and they just have a sign like, "Hey, Street Pass, George, go to the bathroom." Like, oh my god,
go pee.
You don't need permission.
My man
adults.
was like chomping at the bit to get out of it.
The camera like falls down a little. There's a puddle in the seat. Like just he sits back down. You hear like that squishy noise. Yeah.
Oh, hey guys, I'm back.
Just like that noise from like Tom and Jerry cartoons where they'd be like squeezing a ketchup bottle or whatever, and it's just be like.
True. That was oddly really good, Rob. I was like, I was gonna ask what's like the worst portable Nintendo console, but I feel like there is a conversation between the Game Boy Advance and 3DS, but I would have to just go with like the original Game Boy, but it's only because it's so old and
with all of Nintendo's portables that they've done, they weren't bad, but by just virtue of unfortunately being the oldest one and with the most dated library,
right, exactly,
kind of has to go to the original Game Boy. Like I feel bad doing that because that's what kicked it off, but
right.
Honestly, when it came to the portable aspect of things, Nintendo just had it on lock.
Yeah, they kept banger after banger. Like each one's got.
Sure, you've got your like third party like licensed ones that are just forgettable dog water, but the good titles just so far outweighed the bad.
Oh, it was so good. We were eating good as kids, okay? We were eating good. This question kind of goes to Derek though. What do you think was the best like special edition like or of a portable Nintendo console? I mean, I only think it goes to Derek because
shafted from. That I was shafted from. I was in line at Target at 5 a.m. and some guy in front of me bought 2, and I was 3rd in line. I was so mad that Target let them do that.
What was
the Majora's Mask 3DS, the new 3DS.
Oh yeah.
I was so pissed.
Somebody got out scalped.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's rough, dude. The 3D. My 3DS had a banger. Like special editions.
I had the other Zelda 3DS.
Didn't they have like a Super Famicom version? Now that I think about it, where it was just like stylized like a Super Famicom controller. Oh, I love that one. It's so good.
Yeah, that was the one too. You could change like the faceplates on and stuff.
I
never with like a Pokemon Red and Blue one. Yeah, I mean, I never bought other. There was really no other faceplates.
The only one I had, like, I skipped the original 3DS, but the new 3DS, I got it because that's when like X and Y came out. I got the Galaxy one. I thought it was sweet. I regret selling it. I really do. It had a bunch of color. Thank you, Derek. It had a bunch of colors, but there was the Cold-Decept version, the Animal Crossing, Super Mario Bros. 2, Super Robot Tyson UX. I don't know what that is. Fire Emblem Awakening.
Oh my god, Super Robot Wars is such a great series.
Tamagotchi Edition, Shin Megami Tensei IV. I don't know what that is. The Year of Luigi. Wow, I really wish I had that one.
4 and 4 Apocalypse. I've been looking into trying those.
Disney Magic Castle, My Happy Life. Monster Hunter 4, Felny White. I seen it.
They did do a Monster Hunter one, didn't they?
There's a couple. Monster Hunter 4 Gore Magala Black. That one looks sick. Monster Hunter 4.
Yes, Gore Magala is such a great dragon.
Monster Hunter 4 Rajan Gold. That one also looks sick. Damn.
Monkey.
What?
Yeah, Rajang's a monkey.
It's
like a big buff Super Saiyan monkey. It's like one of the best fights in the game.
Those three, those look sick. These Monster Hunter 3DS ones, they're
because it's an amazing series.
Yeah. Monster Hunter has great consoles and handhelds and everything. Monster Hunter, top tier.
Pikachu, there's the Pikachu one where because the camera looks like he has nipples. And apparently that was only in Japan Pokemon centers. There's a Charizard one. This one looks sick. An Eevee one, X and Y one.
They don't want us to be able to see the Pikachu.
X and Y Premium Gold. There's a One Piece Unlimited World with Chopper, which looks kind of dumb. Unlimited World Red with Luffy. That one actually looks really good. George, you good? Oh, I was like, what are you walking? The Link Between Worlds one, where the top half was gold with the Triforce and the bottom was black with the Triforce. That was sick and it was reversed. Dragon Quest Monster Hunter 2, Mario and Luigi Dream Team. That one's all right. New Love Plus Rinko. I don't know what that.
Why didn't I buy that? Hold on.
There's like
what?
New Love Plus Manaka. New Love Plus Nenny.
I'm pretty sure it's like Love. I don't think it's love. I think it's Love.
Yes.
Love.
Yeah. Thank you for telling me something I need to save up for. Yep, I'm buying all 3. Thank you.
Theater Rhythm, Final Fantasy, Curtain Call. That was kind of cool. Yoshi's New Island, Persona Q, Shadow of the Labyrinth, Pokemon Battle Trozy. That one looks sweet.
The Persona Q system was really fucking good.
Oh my god, the Super Smash Bros. One was that was
it was two of them really clean looking.
Both of them red and blue. Oh, I wish it was on the new 3DS. Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate's pretty clean. There was a new 3DS. Wait, what? I don't remember this. There was a new 3DS model for the Smash Bros. Huh.
Yes.
Yokai Watch NES edition. Pokemon Mega Ruby Sapphire. I didn't know that one existed. Because it was only Japan. It was Ruby and Sapphire, and that's it. But wow, they had so many, and they're so good. Oh, and Galaxy. Oh, and the Walmart Black Friday exclusive limited edition New Super Mario Bros. 2 Gold Edition. Yeah. That
That's a lot of special editions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing though. Like most of them are look great. That's how I would have flexed to talk to girls. And I'm like, hey, I'm Derek. Like, yeah, so. and I flash them my One Piece Unlimited World Red Luffy, and they're like, "Oh my god!" like, yeah. So I guess my point here is that like, I think the 3DS in general had the best console skins compared to
skins. Yes, absolutely. 3DS line had the best skins.
Literally,
sure.
I mean, like compared to any other console that I can think of. Like,
yes, yes. I'm not
Yeah,
disagreeing.
I'm just clarifying. Derek, what do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there was no other system that matched up to it. I mean,
no,
like the Switch has kind of good ones.
The Switch is but close second.
No.
All right, then what's the close second?
What's the second?
Are we talking strictly Nintendo at this point, or any consoles?
I guess any console, but why? What other console had like a variety of bangers?
All right, well, here's my argument to the Switch, right? The majority of Switch consoles are just different colored Joy-Cons and a dock. That's it. Like the console itself, unless you're including the Switch Lite, which actually has differentials,
right?
Then maybe. But I think the 3DS definitely had the best line of exclusive consoles, and then I would give it to like PS4. PS4 had a ton of bangers. PS4 had a ton of banger exclusive consoles, special edition consoles.
Spider-Man Pro,
way
I still
better
have that.
than the Switch, in my opinion.
I saw Spider-Man, one at my local GameStop.
I'm talking PS4 across the board. Regular PS4, PS Slim, PS4 Pro. PS4 had a great line of limited edition consoles, better than the Switch, in my opinion.
I'm trying to think here,
because at the end of the day, the Switch, right? If you're not including the Switch Lite, all you're getting with the Switch is maybe a design on the back of the Switch, which you're never going to see because you're going to put it in the dock, a dock cover, and colored Joy-Cons. That's what you're getting with the Switch.
But you see the Joy-Cons in the front, and I am including the Switch Lite and the OLED because with the 3DS, I can't just say only the new 3DS skins, because there was 3DS skins and there's new 3DS skins. So, but they're still in like the same category. I mean, the Switch has a Monster Hunter one, had Monster Hunter, Pokemon, Animal Crossing, Splatoon, which whatever. The Mario one, which was just I think it's dumb. The Smash Bros. Ultimate one that Derek got me, and it was just a banger. Diablo 3 apparently had one. Did you know that?
Yes.
I had no idea. Dragon Quest XI, I didn't know that one.
That was only in Japan.
Okay, Disney Some Festival.
Oh, also in Japan.
Jack Jenny, whatever Switch Lite, whatever that is.
I don't know.
Zos, the Pokemon Sword and Shield had the Switch Lite one, which I think is a banger.
I have that.
Yeah, I know. Oh, the Fortnite! How do you forget the Fortnite Special Edition?
There was 2 Fortnites.
2 Fortnites. Thank you. Oh, and Switch Dialga and Palkia one, which is also sick.
Got that too. Yeah, I have that system. There's 8 Switches in this house, by the way.
You're an animal. That's that's insanity. That's literally like what? How much money is that?
Don't tell me, because I don't want to know. Stop! I don't want to know. All right. That's a mortgage on a house or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, George, while you were peeing in your pants, we were saying like the worst portable console, and we kind of agreed it was just the original Game Boy.
No, you're wrong.
Really? Well, then what do you say then?
Yeah.
What's the worst?
Nintendo
worst portable?
Worst Nintendo?
Yeah, Nintendo portable. I mean, I also grew up with the original Game Boy, so all you youngins can go fuck yourselves.
I played it. I'm not.
I wasn't even trying to say that it was objectively the worst. It's just.
I mean, I was.
It's not a bad console or portable console by any stretch of the imagination. It just had the virtue of just having the weakest library.
Who was scrolling their wheel right next to their
me?
All I heard is it was something a piggy noise.
If we're gonna talk design-wise, it's gonna be the 2DS, that straight up and down thing.
Oh my word!
Oh,
Design-wise, yes,
Library-wise-
2DS.
Library-wise, though, yeah, it's gotta be the original Game Boy, right?
You know what? I still
what?
say OG Game Boy, original Tetris, Kid Dracula, Monster Hunter, or Monster Quest.
I was gonna say, there's no
Dragon
way
Quest
Monster.
Monsters. Holy shit!
I was like, there's no way a Monster Hunter game on the
Words.
original game.
Words are hard.
Yeah.
Well, you're drunk, so.
No, I'm not.
Well, so,
I
wait,
am not
so then
drunk yet.
So then, what's the worst Nintendo console to you then, or portable Nintendo console? I just think it's the original Game Boy because every other like portable Nintendo console just outdid
They
basically
blew it
last-
out of the
yeah,
water. Yeah.
right.
The
It's like-
only downside you could say is like the DS Lite because it got rid of the Game Boy reader. But
Boo,
like DS games were
Right.
still a strong library.
Okay, but here's my counter to why the OG Game Boy is not on that list. That's where we got Pokemon Red. That's where we got Blue. That's where we got Donkey Kong Land 2. That's where we got like the original Tetris,
Donkey Kong Land.
Bomberman.
Wait, what? Donkey Kong Land 2?
I think weren't they Game Boy Color?
Yeah,
I think they were.
Donkey Kong Land 2 was on Game Boy. Game Boy.
Do you mean
Donkey Kong
Country?
Land, 1995.
No,
Donkey
Donkey Kong Land was the
1995.
portable series.
I put Donkey.
You don't
Donkey
remember
Kong
those?
Land 2,
Did you ever-
1996.
Oh, what are you looking up?
like I said in
Kirby's
Donkey
Dream Land 2.
Donkey
Kirby's
Kong.
Dream Land 2, 1995.
I've never
Pokemon
heard
Red,
of this.
1996. Green, Blue.
You never played Donkey
Tetris
Kong Land?
Attack.
Never heard
The
of
original Mega Man. Yep. Someone in
You're-
chat
No.
said
Yeah.
the
it.
original Mega
Hold
Man
on,
was
Mike.
on there.
Hold on a second. Hold on.
They did have Mega Man
No,
titles on
yeah.
there, but it wasn't the original.
Yeah, but hold on. Yeah, what's
No,
the original?
OG Mega Man was on the
The
original
OG
Game Boy.
Mega Man was NES.
Right, but they
But
ported it
they
over.
ported
the,
it
the
to
OG.
Game Boy.
Nope. Those were.
I
Different
have the
games.
fucking cartridge.
Get it?
I will find
Get
it
it.
after stream and I will show you.
Well,
There
yeah,
was
what
a
were the
Mega
Robot
Man
Masters?
So then
ported
what-
to Game
What were the
Boy.
Robot Masters? What were the Robot Masters?
Oh, God.
I think it was Cutter. I think it was
For you, a cutter.
Yeah.
Tornado. Fuck. Hold on.
I
don't
think
remember.
Rob's got this.
I had it.
Yeah, I've
I
had a
think
lot
you
of things
played
like
around
Joy,
with
but
Mega Man.
but again, then what do you think is the worst Nintendo portable? You're defending this that it's not, but you got to tell us what is. I can't feasibly think of another Nintendo portable that's worse than the Game Boy, and the Game Boy wasn't even
and that's a stretch to say it's the worst.
right. No, yeah, like it's an objectively great portable system. It's just worse in the list of Nintendo portable systems.
Honestly, my own personal opinion, and I know that it might be wrong,
If you say DS,
is what?
no, continue.
Go ahead.
No, what did you say?
I said if you're gonna say the DS,
That's just wrong.
The original DS?
that the banger, yeah,
Yeah, you can play Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games on there. No.
Hold on a second. What is it called?
The DS.
What game was in the DS that was just Picto Chat? You're gonna
Picto
look
Chat.
me in the eye and tell me Picto Chat wasn't like the most amazing feature ever. I made anime battles with my friends in like car rides.
I wrote so much fanfic on that app. All right, look, Tumblr wasn't a thing yet. All right, I had to write
what
it
George?
somewhere.
What?
My boy, are you hurting?
Fuck PictoChat. I said it.
No.
What's the problem? What's wrong with Picto
What
Chat?
did Picto Chat do to you? Did someone?
I threw my
bully you over
glasses on the
Chat?
fucking floor.
Did
for
like
that.
did someone send you like bullying messages over Picto Chat? You're just like playing. You see one to pop up. And,
you assume I had friends to play Picto Chat.
Cyberbullying before cyberbullying was a thing over
The
Picto
DS
Chat.
is my least favorite Nintendo handheld because I didn't have friends. Okay.
Does someone just like send you like a stick figure that's like pulling the other one's underwear over their head, and it's like me.
Thank you,
like,
Liza, in the chat saying Picto Chat was pretty great, though. Yes,
Picto Chat was such a banger. You're just a loser.
Picto Chat was amazing. Picto Chat was like the best thing ever.
Yo, I told her.
I never heard somebody get so fired up over Picto Chat.
Be active in the chat, and she goes, "I don't know what to say." And that's when she decides to put in the fucking chat. Picto Chat was great.
Picto Chat like literally defined my one thing that defined my childhood for like hour-long car rides. Me and a close pal would I was do like a Kamehameha blast, and he would like use his.
That was a really good one. You should feel proud of your. Wait, hang on. There we go. You should feel proud of yourself. That was a good one.
Oh man, like that was Picto Chat was amazing. I can't. I don't know how you could possibly say the DS was worse than the Game Boy. It's just not possible.
No, that's so objectively wrong.
Everybody's allowed to have an opinion unless it's wrong.
That touchscreen was just something about it was magical. The stylus,
Pokemon Ranger on that game where you like spun the top. So much fun.
They had a good Wario Land.
Okay,
Wario Land.
I'm old.
They had.
Guys, I'm scared.
Call the retirement.
You know the door's right there. I mean, I could go.
No,
I feel like
I'm not scared of you. I mean, I'm usually scared of you, but not right now.
I'm not worried about you dingus.
I'm scared of how much I love you.
This would be really fun to chop up into segments. I'm like, does it end here or then just like
here? George loses his fucking mind over Picto Chat.
The thought was gonna be like, why does he hate Picto Chat? We found the one man.
Surprise you.
You could Picto Chat yourself. You could draw one thing and then draw something else. Look. If you want, hold on. I know how to remedy this. Look, if you want me to bully you over Picto Chat, I will. Buy you a DS. I'll buy me a DS, and we will. What did you put into this?
We'll have it up. We'll just like send your home address information over it, and we'll like.
Dr. Wily's Revenge, OG Mega Man. Mike Snover was correct. The original Mega Man, Mega Man 2, Mega Man 3, Mega Man 4, Mega Man 5. We're all on Game Boy.
I can't believe
OG Game Boy.
I can't believe Booty Blaster found these. That's crazy.
Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna fact check you on that one because
you put it in the Discord.
I put it in the fucking Discord. That's the cartridge I have.
All right, so you're
Mega Man, Dr. Wily's Revenge, Game Boy.
You're just not gonna talk to me like that unless we're in bed together, okay?
Oh my god!
All right,
come back. That was the hottest thing I ever heard. Come home, Rob. Yeah, really though? Like, come home.
I can't afford to go to where you live, but you know.
Okay, so it wasn't OG Mega Man. I can promise you that. 4 and 5, yes. I don't believe there was a 2 and 3 on the platform.
So wait, so
there was
George, relax. So first of all. What I understand is, so because you didn't have friends, that's why you hate the DS. I feel like it's kind of petty. That's kind of a selfish. That's like me saying I hated the GameCube because I had no one to take house to take it over to. Like, I mean, and mind you, I played it at Derek's.
They built a handle on it.
Right.
For a reason,
I know. I didn't get to use it. I don't know. I feel like just I didn't have friends. That's why I hated the DS. It's kind of a weak reason. I don't know. Like, I don't want to.
George, I owe you an apology. Never mind. I was wrong.
It finally comes out.
Like, you're not fully wrong because this
wrong.
Game
I'm
Facts.
sorry.
No, this Game Facts article
was on the OG Game Boy.
Yeah, but this Game Facts. This Game Facts
also,
article.
hold on. Real quick.
Yeah, I was gonna say 4 times.
officially stating out. I made a comment in chat. That comment was wrong. Apology. I was joking. It was a bad joke. And I apologize. I am not single because somebody called me out on saying that PictoChat was great. I'm just a petty bitch. I'm a bitch. And that's not true. That I'm single.
You're stinky and you smell too.
I am stinky and I smell of poo, but I'm not single because of that. I'll be single because she dumps the fuck out of me because she's better than me. That's why I'm single.
All right.
But Liza, you're on the next 4-man podcast. It's
welcome to Simp Hour.
Liza, yeah. I've officially been kicked off. You are welcome to join the next 4-man podcast. Also,
what do you mean? You're playing the PS5. Go. He's all yell at her.
No, she's taking on George the PS5 back. Right now. She's playing Hogwarts Legacy.
Your PS5.
At this point, it's a shared thing, right? Like,
gotcha.
She bought half the game.
Can you please
the cope?
Oh god, copium. No, but I just want to get this point across. So your actual reason for not liking the DS is because you're lonely, or you were lonely. Like, is that like I feel like it's not a legitimate reason, okay? You know
what? Honestly though, I feel like it's because I have rose-colored glasses on, right? For the original Game Boy. So the OG Game Boy I grew up with, and I got the Game Boy Color. I got the Game Boy Advance when it came out. The DS just didn't hit me as hard as those other ones did. But at that point, I was trying to buy games myself. I wasn't asking, hey, can you get me this game? Can you get me that game? Because I knew my parents didn't like video games. And the only parent that I had that bought me video games was my biological mom. And it was a stretch. So I don't think I had enough hands-on experience with the OG DS. So out of personal real life, like bringing it real, the Game Boy Color are what I grew up on, and I didn't have as much like hands-on with the OG DS. So in terms of experience versus knowledge, right? Like experience is going to outweigh it. And my experience with the original Game Boy and the Game Boy Color outweighs that of the DS, to be honest.
I can understand that because like my knowledge of women is high, but my experience with women is low. So I get it. I'm sorry. I felt obligated to say that.
No. That's fair. That's fair. I guess I didn't have enough hands-on experience with the original DS to actually give a firm confirmation or denial. So the handheld consoles that I had the most experience with are the original Game Boy, the Game Boy Color, the Game Boy Advance. I skipped the first DS and I got the DS Lite. So the DS Lite for me was trash because it didn't have all of the same experiences as the OG DS. So that I guess that's where I'm torn, right? Like I didn't go through all of the Nintendo handhelds. I didn't. And my rose tinted glasses are saying OG Game Boy, Game Boy Color, woo, they're the best. But I don't have an accurate estimation of the rest of them. I played a little bit of the 3DS, but it was the new 3DS, and I didn't have a full library. I bought the new 3DS for my kid. Like I didn't have one myself. So
see, if I was in your position, I'd be like, "Oh, hey, here's a new 3DS." And they're like, "Really?" I'm like, "Psych! I'm playing Pokemon, baby."
Sorry. Try taking a handheld console away from a 5-year-old, dog.
I am a 5-year-old with my consoles. Fun fact: my dad bought me my GameCube because my brother was just hogging I think it was the PS2 at the time, and he just wouldn't like ever let me play it. And he got so fed up that he bought me Melee and the GameCube, and that's how it was just awesome. I was like, sweet.
This is the problem with me loading Telegram on the computer.
I didn't even ask either, but I'm glad you ruined my heartfelt moment. But it's cool. It's fine. It's fine.
Yep. Yo, isn't that why you brought me here? Is to like ruin everything? That's all I'm good for. And like 3K views and like 70 subs or whatever.
That was awesome. Yeah, that was weird but awesome. I got like 10 subs. Oh man. Okay, so what we did what best and worst portable. We did best and worst of the home
favorite console. We did best and worst of the main consoles and best and worst of the portable consoles.
Okay. All right, here's the banger question though. Best and worst game all time of Nintendo consoles.
Ooh. For each or just in general?
No, just in general.
Just in general. Oh man, I'm gonna have to go with Hey Pikmin for the 3DS for the best. That's the best. That's hands down the best. Hey Pikmin. And the worst is gonna have to be Wind Waker Remastered. I thought it was terrible.
Right. Makes sense.
Best and worst. Man. That is that really puts some hair on your chest or on your butt.
I mean, if we're talking worst, it can pretty much easily be Superman 64 for being a doo-doo garbage stinky pee-pee game.
True, but I never played it. But I've heard and read that it's just abysmal.
Trust me, it ain't it, Chief.
All right,
best
worst for me. Legend of Zelda 2.
Yeah, I mean. That is technically that's a first party, technically, right? I mean,
I was gonna pick Star Fox Adventures, but
wait, hold on. So I know it was originally
not Stairfax Temperatures.
I know it was originally to be a different game, but was it made by Nintendo or was it just reskinned by Nintendo? Okay,
no, it was made by Nintendo.
Okay, that's totally fair. I think that actually just might be objectively the absolute worst game Nintendo's ever put out. Man, that's
I'm like trying to think of something worse, but
yeah, I don't think it's there. A worse Nintendo game. Let's go Pikachu.
I don't think I could say Let's Go Pikachu. There's definitely worse.
Wait, hold on. I thought Let's Go
Zelda 2, Link's Adventure.
Let's Go was the Switch one.
Yeah, I mean those were just like a re-entry /
right. Like people hated them because of the like catch mechanics and stuff.
Yeah, but
like,
I mean
they were still like fine games.
Right.
It's just Pokemon Go. It's not like it's even that
you
bad.
could say Hey You Pikachu for worst game.
That's also there.
If I wanted to say a best one though, if I really had to, dig deep and think about something that stood the test of time and is still universally revered to this very day, I'm gonna I'm just gonna throw this one out there. Super Metroid
as the worst.
No,
as the best.
The best.
He's talking best.
Okay. Super Metroid. Not Met. Oh wait, no, I was confusing it with Metroid Fusion.
Also a good game, but not as good.
I mean, my heart always goes out to Twilight Princess, but that's really for nostalgia purposes.
Right. Best game, like up to current times.
The best Nintendo game ever made. Or like
I am still in Link to the Past. That's me. Link to the Past.
Right, and that's a classic.
Really good.
Right.
I would even throw like Mario Odyssey in there as like a 3D Mario game.
Yeah,
Mario Odyssey.
I liked Sunshine more, to be honest.
Sunshine's amazing too. Sunshine's like my favorite 3D Mario game.
Sunshine probably one of, if not the best 3D Mario.
Like I just love the personality of it, like the vibes. Yeah. It was like vacation, and like it was just it's like, hey, let's
a banger. Yeah, I mean,
difficulty in there too. Some of those secret levels were just.
Oh yeah, that thing.
I never recovered from being tortured by a chuckster.
Hey,
I
that
never
thing
did.
we force you to learn, like using the like the Aquagen and everything. Yeah, we're just gonna remove that for these sections, and now you're back to basic Mario. But it feels like you want to use your water gun, but you can't. You know, for those awesome secret sections.
Until they give you the one where you have to do like a little leaf boat all the way down that long path. And
Oh, those were the
was
worst levels. Absolutely
hell on earth.
torture.
Hell
It was
on earth.
actual torture. Yeah.
You know, it's like you die like, oh,
And then
this
you
is
know
so
they
bad.
think that you loved that mechanic so much that getting through Corona Mountain, you get to do that, but the stakes are higher.
Wait, Corona Mountain, coronavirus. Oh my god! Oh god!
Oh
It's
my
all coming
God, they
together.
predicted it.
Oh my god, they predicted it.
They started it. No, that's the best Nintendo game, man. That is such. Because I'm trying to
Yeah.
I'm trying
It's
to
hard,
take away
right?
my like nostalgic feelings for games that I have like an emotional connection to.
Right,
But,
like
like-
I'd love to say Wind Waker, but like that's definitely not the best Nintendo game.
Like Smash. I mean, I had great memories of Smash on the Wii
Smash
U.
Melee.
Smash Melee. I mean, basically every Smash but Brawl.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, that's so tough. Dig Dug.
That was an arcade game before it was ever a thing, and that was Namco.
Dead Rising. Chop Till You Drop. Let's see here.
Cooking Mama.
Okay, so
Cooking
unpopular opinion, I thought the Dead Rising series was actually really mid.
Mid or
1 and 2 are amazing games. 3, 4.
Four,
we
yes.
just
No,
forget
they
about.
were-
I agree. 1 and 2
Actually-
good.
I actually, no, I would just say for me, one's really good, and then I think each one got progressively worse, but 2 was still
Right.
fun.
Right.
2 was like, hey,
2
let's
was
do the combo.
still fun, but it
Right.
wasn't as good as 1 for sure.
Because everyone's like, oh, hey, can we like mix stuff together? Like, yeah, sure. And they gave us combo weapons, and you're just completely overpowered, and nothing was a threat. I agree with you. I almost said Sean Hannity. Sean Henry tonight. It's like the first Dead Rising, dude. That's one of my
Yeah, the
favorite games
first
of all
one was,
time.
like,
Derek actually
peak.
got me it for the Xbox One, the physical version. I still have it sealed. I refuse to open it. But I want to play it. It's like one of my favorite games. I just love that game. Anyway, but best God, this is so
It's a hard
rough.
question, right?
Yeah, this is like the. Oh wait, hold on a second. Wait. Was that on the 360? I don't remember. What was the Amazing Spider? Not Amazing Spider-Man, but what was that Spider-Man? Oh, Web of Shadows. Was that only on the Wii?
No.
Web of Shadows? No, it was on 360 and PS3.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I love that game. Let's see here. God, the best Nintendo game. Best Nintendo game ever made.
PS2, Wii, and I believe OG Xbox. Or Xbox? No, yeah, OG Xbox for Web of Shadows.
I also have to look up like a list of like Nintendo games or like first party Nintendo games because this is like there's just so many to choose from. But like hold on, I'm gonna look up what the best selling Nintendo first game ever was.
I'm gonna say it's Ocarina. Or no, actually, it might be Breath of the Wild was the best selling game. Best selling
Probably.
game, best reviewed game is gonna be Ocarina.
I mean, it says Ocarina of Time. If you include the 3DS, it's 13.82 million.
Oh, right. I forgot about the ports. Yeah.
Yeah, but I would not say that's like the best. I just don't think it held up well. So for me, it's hard to say that was like one of the best games ever, best Nintendo games.
Right.
Oh man, this is like. I feel like Luigi's Mansion was pretty revolutionary, or not revolutionary, but like so out there, but amazing.
Right.
Let's see here. Like a lot of newer games are actually like bestsellers. Smash Bros. Ultimate was absolutely amazing. Luigi's Mansion 3. God, you're killing me with this question. Huh.
I know. It's a hard question.
Tough one.
Yeah. I mean, 1-2 Switch is pretty high up there.
Right.
Fuck yourself.
WarioWare Get Together. Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm Trilogy, though? I mean, no, it was not.
I do love a good spot of WarioWare.
Wait,
I am a sucker for
what
it.
about that?
Rob, what was your Super Metroid? Was your best game?
Wait,
What's your
what
worst
about?
game?
Wait, what about Fit Boxing Fist of North Star? That just came out.
Anyway, Rob, what's your worst game?
Worst?
And again, this like saying it's the worst game, but it's still like not a bad game, right? It's just like worst in comparison.
No. Zelda 2 Link's Adventure is a fucking awful game.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
God, this is a tough one.
The best god.
Kirby's Avalanche, Rob. You know you want to say it.
I mean, Mario Galaxy.
It was not a bad game.
It's quite the banger.
I'm not saying for your worst. I'm saying for your best. You know you want to say Kirby's Avalanche.
You know what?
No, because I'm going to say Super Metroid. If I had to pick a worst, I think that I would give it to, and I'm probably going to get, just dragged for this one. I'm going to say Nintendogs.
Nintendogs.
I'm in.
Oh, dude, no. Nintendo
Rob, I got your back.
No, you can't say that.
Fuck you, Derek.
Yeah, Nintendo.
Rest in peace, all the Nintendogs who haven't been checked in on in 10 years.
Feed me,
Rob. I got you. I got you.
I'm gonna.
No, that's respect.
Why I don't want to take care of this virtual dog when I've got at the time when I had the game, when I have two giant schnauzers that are infinitely more enjoyable to be around.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
I've got a small schnauzer for you to take care of.
The best one, I'm gonna go with ARMS. That game was revolutionary for the Switch.
What is this neat concept? It's just I'm kind of mad that fell flat.
So I really thought about it, and for me, it's either Smash Ultimate because of all the fan service, the insane roster, all the stages.
Okay.
It is
you're right.
An insane throwback, or
the trailer literally made me cry. It was like perfect. Everything about that.
Super Mario Maker 1 is my other one because that game was the best. I'd probably that was probably the best Wii U game. The amiibo support it had, where every amiibo had like a costume related to it for Mario 1. Like we finally got a Mario making game, and it was like amazing for what it was. Like the tablet was absolutely perfect for it. Like it was just such an insane game.
Fuck the Wii U!
Okay, well George just came. I'm gonna go Smash Ultimate. I think that it was just like it was a culmination of everything we love about Smash. It appealed to basically everyone, competitive and non-competitive. Had literally every stage, every character. The story mode was pretty good because it was basically just event mode, but as a campaign. All the amiibo support for it in terms of like what they're creating, every character getting an amiibo. I'm gonna go with Smash Ultimate. That's my choice.
What was your worst game?
I mean, I was gonna agree with Zelda 2, but I feel like it's kind of a cop out. So
why?
Only because you already said it.
It doesn't matter if it's a cop out or not. If it's a trash game, it's a trash game.
That's true. Trying to think if there's anything else. Let's see here. Pokemon Battle Revolution.
Oh, that was see. It's not a bad game.
Oh, okay. Hold on. No, I got it.
Out there.
I think. Look, so Zelda 2 might have been unrealistically challenging. It was the first Souls games ever, but Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival exists, and that game was.
Oh, you're right.
Yep. Absolute hot trash garbage.
Yep. No, you're right.
Yep.
Oh, my worst game is Kirby and the Rainbow Curse or whatever it was on the Wii U. Yeah, that game was absolute.
Is that the one with
water.
Wait, Kirby and the Rainbow Curse. Is that the drawing one?
Yes, absolute garbage.
I thought that was on
I
thought that was on 3DS. I thought that was
that was on the Wii U.
Oh,
yeah, that
really?
was a Wii U game.
Oh god,
absolute garbage. Yeah, no. It was like they took Kirby Epic Yarn and made it worse, and it was like, why? Why would you do that?
Why?
Yeah, absolute dog water.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we got confirmation in the chat. Ultimate definitely takes the top spot. Yeah. Yeah, the fan service for that game was great. I mean, everybody
really
literally
good.
the trailer where it's like boom, boom, boom. Here's all these characters, and it was like, oh, by the way,
everyone,
here.
and then Snake is just
everybody. Like the tears started flowing. I was erect. It was just like it was a good time.
Smash Ultimate, they really knocked it out of the park.
Right? I mean, like we'll never get that again. Like I don't know. I'll never feel that joy in my life again.
You know what though? Based on the chat, aside from Smash Ultimate, another game that I'm going to throw out there for like top tier, Pokken Tournament.
We're gonna ignore that. So,
yeah, just
no.
Right, glossing over that.
Honestly,
Pokken Tournament was a really surprising crossover that worked really well.
But they didn't support it at all.
It died, and then they just.
That's the problem. Is they bailed on it. I think it could have done so much better if they had supported it more.
Which is weird because like they gave it second life on the Switch, and then they still made the same mistake and didn't advertise it at all.
Yeah,
really weird.
They gave a little bit of like DLC for it, right? Like sure you can get Blastoise, you can get Aegislash and all that other shit, but they bailed on it. And somebody who comes from a fighting game background, right? Like Mortal Kombat, original Tekken, Soul Calibur, these are the games that I grew up on. Pokken was a fucking solid fighting game. It had a 2D aspect and a 3D aspect, and I thought that they did that really well.
Yeah.
But they completely bailed on it, and that's what Nintendo does, right? Like
yeah, so like
exactly. Player base wasn't there because
nothing disappoints me more than when a game company decides to release a game. It has a really solid concept, everything's fleshed out and everything like that, and it just falls flat. They stop supporting it, and it just turns into a dead game. It happened with Evolve, and I'll never forgive people for it.
No, Evolve's back, Rob. We're gonna play it one day.
Yeah, like for example, Leisure Suit Larry Wet Dreams Dry Twice. Like that game was amazing. They just didn't advertise it.
Right. They censored the best parts, and I can never forgive them for that.
Like, but yeah, like a Pokemon fighting game has like I always said the best possible idea for a Pokemon fighting game is like an arena fighter, like as a Naruto, what's it called? Ultimate.
Yeah, let's be real. A Digimon fighting game, like an actual Digimon fighting game, would absolutely
an arena fighter.
I'm in, but don't give me Digimon Battle Arena or Rumble Arena.
No, it wouldn't be. It would be a straight up fighter. It would be a straight up fighter. Okay.
What if there was a Pokemon Digimon crossover fighting game like they did with like Tekken and Street Fighter?
It would break the world.
Oh, Pokemon like Marvel vs. Capcom.
Pokemon would die. Digimon is far superior.
They are way too strong for those Pokemon. They just get cooked
Mega Rayquaza. Ever heard of them? Mega Kangaskhan.
You seen what Greymon can do?
Have you seen Mega Sableye? He's like a giant.
Have you seen Lady Devimon? All right. The
Lady Devimon?
Low punny?
You know what? Not even in
low punny
comparison of looks. Rob, back me up. Beelzemon. Beelzemon will literally
murder. I'm not going to stand with you on that because there's a better pick.
In the universe.
Nope. I'm not going to stand with you on that because there's a better pick.
Tell me.
Who's the better pick is Tyrant Kabuterimon.
That's fair. But Beelzemon has no no moral quandary about murdering anything.
I'm so lost right now. I think
I'm
making up words at this point.
What the hell is Tyrant Kabuterimon? What season was this?
It was like introduced in Hacker's Memory when that Cyber Sleuth expansion came out, and it was the rawest looking.
Okay.
It was the rawest looking Digimon I've ever seen. It was so cool.
I mean, he's dope, but
yeah, the guy in chat's right. There's literally a Digimon out there that is literally comprised of guns. There are at least 10 gun barrels on that Digimon. I count it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Two
and
honking ass revolvers.
my favorite is Numemon. So
yeah, it's because you're absolute shit.
Patamon.
You're a
was
piece
my
of shit,
favorite.
and that's why you like him.
Is there like Erectomon
Sorry,
or something?
there's a better one than Numemon. It's Digivolution Sukamon, where its main attack is just throwing shit at everybody. They really knocked it out of the park with Sukamon.
No, but if there was ever a Digimon like cross Pokemon game, the Digimon should be overpowered because Digimon are far superior to Pokemon. The problem is that Pokemon is too mainstream and Digimon isn't. Digimon is a niche genre for specific people.
Which is bullcrap, because a fighting game with those would work well. You wouldn't even, so you could do Digivolution as like a burst mechanic for it, or you could just legitimately have all megas. And it would work.
Right, but that's the thing, right? Like, if you wanted to have like an evolution standard, right? You could have somebody like Agumon. I'm gonna make the basis.
And they'd have tons of rookies
comparison.
for it.
No, I'll make the basest comparison for it. You can have Agumon go up against Charmander, right? Agumon theoretically would only go into Greymon. Not all. But you and I, Rob, know that that's not the case. Digimon are different than Pokemon. There's not a set evolution standard. But if we're going to keep it to the main line, Agumon could go into Greymon. Charmander is going to go into Charmeleon. Agumon will go into Metal Greymon next? If we're keeping it standard, Charmeleon goes into Charizard. Agumon goes, haha.
So Agumon ends up going into War Greymon, and then it's just a wash.
No,
and then Charizard Mega Evolution into Charizard X or Y?
No, wrong. He would Gigantamax, and then he's a giant monster, and it was just Kaiju level.
You know what? That's a good point. I forgot about Gigantamaxing.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, that's right.
He's got Gigantamax, and then
he's gonna stomp on War Greymon.
Charmander has a great input, which is Charmander would win, and I have to agree. Charmander would win. Just flat out.
Charmander would not win.
Charmander versus like Master Chief, Charmander would win.
Yeah, but is he in the kitchen? He would stand no chance against Master Chef.
And I'm not even an Agumon person, right? Like, out of the original OG Digimon, I'm a Gabumon man. Like, give me Garurumon, give me War Garurumon, like Metal Garurumon. Fuck Agumon, I don't give a shit.
It's just a poster boy. It's just, it's just like butter on toast.
Agumon and Charmander and the Char line are my favorite Pokemon all time. That will never change. Agumon wrecks Charmander 9 out of 10 times. Done. Wow. You cannot convince me otherwise.
Sorry, I'm gonna give it to this one. Sorry, give me Tentomon's line.
I mean, Tentomon is great. Tentomon is great. Like I said, my favorite Digimon.
Look me in the eye and tell me that Hercules Kabuterimon isn't the most raw shit you've ever seen. And on the opposite end of that, so when you go from what is it? The other one that's like the foil to Kabuterimon. I can see it in my mind. It's like red, got huge
metal
pincers.
Kabuterimon?
No. It's Kawagamon. There we go.
Kawaiimon?
The other line like that. So that it goes from that to a Kuomon to Grand Kawagamon.
Yeah, I was just saying,
Bugs are raw.
Is there an Uumon? George is trying to. I think George is trying to find inspiration. Whatever.
George is just gone. It's over. I said the wrong
litter
thing.
Box out or something.
You guys were just on a rampage with this.
George and I can get really fired up about Digimon.
I think
Sean Henry in the chat.
I like that. Yeah, I just saw that.
The chat has our
unofficial Digimon podcast. I might have to. I think one day, if like I'm sick and Derek's out, I'm like, Derek and Rob, George, can you guys like just talk about Digimon for an episode?
Yeah,
I'll set you guys.
I can probably
do
get
a
away
deep
with
dive of Digimon. Yeah,
Who is the most fuckable Digimon? Oh my! Well, it has to be Bobby,
Lady Devimon. Yeah.
Oh, it's Lady Devimon. Honestly,
you're not thinking through how tight.
Patamon's got those ears.
And
you
then
can
there's
just
so
pull
many
back,
picks
dude.
for that too. You got Lady Devimon, you got Angelomon, you got Ophanimon, you got friggin'
Sean,
Lilithmon, you got Mastamon, which is the combination of those two.
If we got big enough for
spin-off
podcast, I'd be totally fine with that. I'd be like weekly Tuesday episodes of Digimon podcast, and it's just George and Rob doing it solo. I'd watch that. You hear that,
I will
George?
fucking do that. George. I will do that. Rob, we're in.
We're in? All right, cool. Bet. I'm down for this.
Goons.
I suggest
Digimon Edition!
This is what the in the Sandies! Yeah!
Yeah, I don't. Okay, well, I don't know.
By the way, can we talk about Bell Starmon real quick?
Who's Bell Starmon?
Look it up.
Yeah, where's what about D's Nutsmon?
Yeah, where's Lena Palmon?
Nutsmon. I look at the Pokemon. Shut up.
Rob,
right,
you know who Bell Starmon is, right?
Pretty on there.
Yes, I do.
All right.
We do like a
my
good
three wallpapers are Bell Starmon, Lady Devimon, and Angelomon. Those are my fucking PC wallpapers.
I'm assuming from all this Digimon talk, both of you were erect, and if the camera like went down a little bit, there'd be like a pitch tent.
Yeah,
it's showing.
Oh my god, he's going for it.
He's full hard.
I saw the slight chug.
Dude, Derek,
you're so small you can't tell.
Derek, 225. You gotta remember thumbnail. Just like enhance that part so when I talk about Digimon, it's just like a huge bulge.
Like, God, I've got such a raging clue right now. You have no idea.
Yeah, so even though George literally said "fuck Goons, Games and Gear," we're doing spin-off.
No, I did not.
We're doing
the whole audience. Duel Masters. You know, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, let's talk Duel Masters.
I don't know what to say about Duel Masters. I only throw it off as like one of those. I know
you want to cut the podcast, but let's talk Duel Masters.
I feel like we can cascade into the chat.
Let's go. We're engaged.
I have the PS2 game for Duel
Masters. God, dude,
I'm play it.
I never understood that one. Like, I know it was like a spin-off and whatnot, but are like people actually still like into it, talking about it?
Honestly though, real quick, Sean, I'm sure if Derek and Derek gave Rob the go-ahead and we would have a Digimon podcast for Goons Games Gear as a side project, but we need the official approval of fucking cameras.
You're not even pointing the right way.
Yeah,
cameras! I don't know. It's different. It's bad.
Oh no! The mirror angle. What do I do? Do I put here? Do I put
Derek
there?
And Derek. We need Derek to give us the go ahead.
I mean, I'm totally fine with
Wait, who redacted Snow's message? What?
What?
Message retracted.
Might have been.
I didn't do it either.
Redacted. If it's redacted, or it might be held to review. If
it's not held for review on my
or if it's redacted.
No, at least in chat, right? It says, "Can we talk about Duel Masters for a minute?" The Masters.
Or the Masters. What's the Masters?
The Masters are yeah, like it's basically like the Pokemon trainers of Yu-Gi-Oh, the Masters, right?
The Pokemon trainers of Yu-Gi-Oh. What? But
you lost me. I don't know.
Yeah, what? The Pokemon Masters of Yu-Gi-Oh. So like Kaiba?
You came in here and you started speaking Sumerian cuneiform.
Kaiba stopped a gun with a Yu-Gi-Oh card, right? Let's not forget that.
Dude, I watched that clip recently.
Yes, you've activated my blicky.
You know, my blue
you
eyes
activated my trap card.
I want to make a skit about that. Just like cardboard cut, but I'm still shooting it. It stings. Like, what's wrong with that? I mean, we can talk. I mean, if you guys have enough material and like could organize it yourselves, by all means,
I'm sure we can figure something out.
You do Digimon cast.
Yeah, I feel like I know we're running out on podcast for tonight.
I mean, really weren't. You guys just derailed it super hard.
Yeah.
Like, listen, you start talking Digimon, I get a little fired up because it doesn't get the recognition.
All right, hold on.
Hold on. Yeah,
that's the best take in the chat right now. Yu-Gi-Oh! American
favorite.
Dub #1. When
Absolutely.
Weevil Underwood grabs Exodia and tosses it off the boat, is like, say goodbye to Exodia!
What about just Kaiba existing? Or
Kaiba existing?
Or they just make him into this merciless corporate tycoon.
Yes.
Dude,
yes.
Usually, like, I hate English dubs, but Yu-Gi-Oh! Just
Joey Wheeler! Oh my god, Joey Wheeler!
The Brooklyn
You
Reds!
like Dragon, Yugs!
Let's fucking get it, Yugs! Like, yo,
yeah, come on, Yugs!
I know I live in Japan.
Hold on.
I'm from Brooklyn.
The Meat
Canyon. We from Brooklyn.
The Meat Canyon version of it was amazing. If you guys haven't watched Meat Canyon's Yu-Gi-Oh!
Go watch Papa Meat. He's amazing.
I'll use the money to save your sister, Joey. Oh, thank you. You just activated my trap card. I'm not really gonna save your sister, Joey. Like, I have that as my ringtone or my text tone. You just activated my trap card. Oh man, I almost want to rewatch Yu-Gi-Oh! Purely just for like Kaiba's voice. It was like, and I
like that half of the time during some of those duels, they would go off the rails and both sides would blatantly cheat. That was probably my favorite part of the show.
Two things. One, I love, literally there's one time
where making up card effects on the fly. That was my favorite part.
Where Yugi actually...
he is Time Master! He's gonna go ahead and either speed up time or just stop it altogether!
Yugi literally admits to cheating. Like when he versus Arcana, that guy, the other Dark Magician duelist, he's like, I knew you were gonna cheat and have Dark Magician at the top of your deck, so I did the same. Like, dude, you really admitted to cheating. You can win.
Cheating with cheating? Okay, so you're both disqualified. What the fuck?
I knew Yugi was bullshit the second he was fighting Mako Tsunami and he was like, don't worry, Mako, I'll destroy the moon. You can't do that with Celtic Guardian, all right?
No,
actually, wait, no, it was Stone
Celtic
Guardian.
Guardian does not have that power.
Guardian, that's right. Yeah, no, it's a magic card. You can't kill it with the monster card.
Right.
Where Magic Cylinder was the ultimate get out of jail free card.
No, it was like, that card's awesome. Agreed. Oh, guess what? Heart of the cards. Here's Exodia.
Well, everyone played Pot of Greed. I mean, they literally had to because we need a way for them to draw more cards because it's just,
right. Because it's just
you know what though? Hold on.
And then they ended up banning Pot of Greed for years.
I think this makes a great conversation for our next 4-man podcast, Goons Gone Wild, 2 weeks.
Oh, that's it? That's the show?
I don't know. Is it?
Where
is it the show?
Yeah,
we got games to play, right? We got.
That's true.
Oh yeah.
We're playing Gunfire Reborn, right? Since everybody ignored me earlier.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
I didn't agree to that. I haven't.
No, we're playing Splunky because Rob only downloaded Splunky. So
wait, that's true.
No, I have them both downloaded.
Yay! Then you're playing it.
Gunfire! Let's play fucking Gunfire! I've been waiting.
Okay. George, you're over here. You're up here. We need you a little down here.
My man just got progressively more fired up.
Digimon really got him horny. I think that's actually a real thing.
We were gassed up, bro.
All 3 of my monitors have Digimon on them. So yeah, it did.
My man is diehard.
So when I'm not even gonna say it. All right, well, that's the show, guys. We talked Nintendo. That was really fun. It was literally the longest episode ever. The Goons Gone Wild, or whatever new name we're gonna go with it. Thanks, Rob and George, for attending.
Always a pleasure.
Remember, we have these kind of episodes every other Friday around 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We love comments. We love you talking to us. Rate us 5-star on Spotify, Apple, literally anywhere you listen to us. Subscribe to us. Guys, do 1,000 on YouTube so we can make pennies on the dollar. We love everyone talking to us. We appreciate everyone who's in the chat this episode. And we will be live streaming some gameplay after this, so we hope you guys tune in.
Everybody stick around. We'll be back.
Have a good one, guys.
We'll be back after these short messages.
Thanks for hanging out.
Bye. We got like 5 seconds while it's ending. Quick, Derek, say something.